New Pack City, welcome back. It's July 14th, 2021. Thank you for taking some time out to chop it up with your boys, visiting us at your favorite Hawks Hoopcast. I go by Lou Starsky, and we got some great topics today. But first, as always, special thanks to New Pack City Group, the originative brand, Arcalien Designs, and shop.flickwick.com. Make sure you visit those guys to keep this show going. Make sure to like, share, and comment. Subscribe to the new channel. We're going to be putting a lot of new content out there, and all that interaction really helps us out with the algorithms. And with all that out of the way, let's talk Hawks. And we got a nice new off-season show for you. There's a lot of conversations going back and forth about whether or not we should sign John Collins. And I think people that are on the hey, let's be tentative about John Collins are being misrepresented by the people that are saying we got to sign John Collins at all costs. We're not saying just give him away. We're saying that there's got to be some some forethought, because there's going to be other really good players that we're going to have to sign to really long-term deals. So we're going to get into a little bit of that conversation. We'll get into a little bit of who our draft options are. I mean, this offseason is so different because, nobody's even worried about, who the picks are or, what our draft status is. Nobody's, we're not trying to chase a dragon. We really are we have a great team, and we're just trying to position it and tweak it just a little bit. And I think we all feel confident in the men that we have doing that this year, which is also different. But I'm going to quit blathering, and I'm going to just bring on the crew because we got some new fresh blood today. The first one's going to be Chauncey. What's up, Chauncey? How you doing?
Hey, man, what's going on? New Pack, what's happening to everybody out there? I'm real excited about what's up and coming with this team, man. So hey, let's get it.
Excellent. Mike, what's going on?
Yo, what it do, Lou? What's up, man? What is
up,
Chauncey?
Not a whole lot.
Mike, what's happening? Pretty boy, the pretty boy.
And we are going to welcome for his inaugural show, everybody's favorite in the group, Eddie. What's up?
I was going to say
motherfucking Coswell, but
what it do, homie?
No back seat, hey, what's happening, baby? Appreciate y'all having me on.
Yeah, well, man, let's get right into it. I think you and I kind of may stand on a similar stance when it comes to John Collins. So me and Mike kind of agree where we love John Collins. We love what he's turned himself into. We love that he was a Hawk, but we're Hawks fans. And right now he's in a precarious situation that if he doesn't appreciate the situation that he's in and is willing to take less, because he's only 23. So if he takes like a 4-year, $114 million contract, he could be on a winner, establish himself in the legacy of NBA. And then with his next contract up, he's 28 and will maybe demand a more of a maximum. Don't you think?
Okay, this is my thing. See, a lot of times when you talking to people in that group, they misconceive you saying that you don't know if he deserved the max as you not being a fan of his. I'm a big fan of John Collins. I love his energy. I love his athleticism, but I kind of, only thing I asked John is to give us one or two, big time post moves that we can, whenever you in the game, we can put you on the block, feed you the rock, and you can make teams pay because you put the time and effort in to developing your own personal post moves. Right now, he don't have any moves. You know what I'm saying? The only thing he's scoring off of is rebounds. The 3-point shot that he shoots sometimes whenever Trae penetrating. You know what I'm saying? And offensive rebounds and things like that. So right now,
so basically, it's his ineffectiveness to do it on a singular level, right? Because he's a good piece, but you can't just dump the ball into him and get a basket, and that's so necessary. That's why Lou Williams was more important in that game for Philly, because he's able to get his own basket. I don't think people understand the importance of that. Mike, what you got to say about this?
Oh man, Man, I don't want to. Yeah, well, this is what this show is birthed from. So yeah, man, we can point to it though. But a lot of times, fans do kind of get upset. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it just fact is that we want to pay somebody max, man. Where basically, okay, I already knew what the deal was going to be anyway. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, a lot of people it hit home for them after this playoffs though. But out of one game, out of say, 4 or 5, you know what I'm saying, or 6, however many we went into each round, 1 to 2 games is when this person showed up. So in like a big time way, I feel like, you know what I'm saying? And even when he really showed up, his backup Gallo was playing well, in my opinion, just as well. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like it was never a moment of, to me, where it's like, okay, it's John Collins. If he doesn't play well, we lose. No, it was when we didn't get production from that 4 spot, we lost. You know what I'm saying? Because even when Gallo might not have been breaking or not doing something, that's when we were really hurting. You know what I'm saying? Because we'll be okay if, in the sense if JC wasn't on the floor. You know what I'm saying?
And Mike, you have an interesting perspective because you bet on these guys. So you look at these guys but for real, but you look at these situations, so that sticks in your head too. Where, hey, this guy can't get off on power forwards against this team.
I mean, yeah, certain teams that, I mean, you just kind of notice a thing or not, you know what I'm saying? So I know when John's production might be fool's gold in a sense, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like that team that we might be playing, you got to look at what they give up against that position across the board. They tend to give up a lot across the board, you know what I'm saying? No matter who it is that they're playing against. You feel me? So, but anyway, like I said though, man, John, I mean, we pretty much, the way I said, man, we pretty much gonna have him. You know what I'm saying? So another thing too is that a lot of people got to understand the perspective I come from is, what's up?
No, I was gonna get Chauncey's perspective on this thing, so I didn't want you to go too far into a different.
Oh, okay, all right, no, that's fine, because I just ain't want to harp too much on the contract situation, man, because I feel like
I think that's pretty much got us tied in a bound anyways. I mean, we got to sign him. I mean, it'd be the stupidest thing to not sign him, man. It'd be like what we just did to Bogey in Sacramento.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Chauncey, you are the opposite end. You're kind of more of a, I want to overpay for John Collins.
Not necessarily. I don't want to overpay for him. I just kind of, with me, I kind of try to be more of a bottom line type of person. And here's the bottom line based on what I've seen. I think we all see stuff through different lenses, but more often than not, when John Collins play well, like I said the other day, 90% of the time when John Collins play well, it's win. When John Collins does not play well, more often than not,
right?
I'm getting the echo, but when John Collins doesn't play well, 90% of the time the Hawks lose. I hear what Mike is saying about the 4 position in particular. It does help when Gallo comes in and do what Gallo's supposed to do. I just think, just from a chemistry standpoint, because I've had my issues with John Collins. What Eddie said, that's an issue that I have.
Okay, so Chauncey, let me push back on that. If we bring in a competent big man, how long did it take Trae Young to get Clint Capella looking flossy?
Not long at all.
So
Game 5.
Yeah. well, see the thing, see, and that's another thing. I think it's no secret. It ain't rocket science. Everybody that the offense is centered around Trae Young. So as Trae goes, we already know the Hawks go. That's how the Hawks go. But getting back to JC. I don't necessarily mean overpay him, because I don't recall him ever asking for the max. I just think it may have been him taking some advice from a lawyer or an agent, and then
What are your contract parameters then? Like, what's your top? What you got a 4-year or 5-year structure. We're the only ones that can offer the 5-year. He definitely hasn't earned the 5-year. So we're talking about a 4-year. I think we can do tops 140, but that seems a little ridiculous too. The tops that the restricted free agent people can do is 128. Where are you? 4 years, 128? That seems too high for me.
I think if we go 5 year, we do 5 year and give less money, it'll help out on the salary as far from a salary cap standpoint.
Well, yeah, but I don't think he's going to do
that.
Yeah.
I don't understand why he wouldn't do that because of the upside of just this organization from a whole. And I agree with you. He should also take in consideration what is where he can benefit from it down the line. Only thing I'm saying is, in the best interest of the organization, because I'm like y'all, I'm a Hawks fan first. Because of what John Collins can do, because I think what's going on is a lot of people are putting emphasis on what he can't do, and I think we all see what he can't do. But from what he can bring to the table, what we'll do, what I don't want to see the organization do, is let him walk just to go out there and find another him and wait on another him to develop for 3 years. Now, sign him at all costs. That's kind of a stretch. But it's safe to say him and Trae got great chemistry. And then I would venture to say right now, since since March 2nd, I'm gonna say that the entire team has tremendous chemistry, and all that should factor in. Okay, you've already gotten your coach locked in. We don't have to worry about paying Trae right now, even though I'll go ahead and give his ass a super max right now, but that's me. We kind of in a crossroads, and like Damon said yesterday, we might be almost boxed in to have to re-sign him. It's just at what cost?
No, we're not. No, we're not.
What do you mean, Eddie?
Because
what scenario do you see where he walks?
My scenario is this, and this is what we will have to look for. We got to be forward thinkers when it comes to running a basketball organization. Mm-hmm. We got Trae coming up for a contract extension. We got Cam. We got DeAndre, and we got John. We're probably gonna be able to keep 3 of the 4. Can't keep them all. Just like Tony said, man. Anytime you got a young team that did well, it's gonna be impossible to keep all the players because you got to pay everybody. So
are there any lessons you can learn from OKC?
Say that again.
Are there any lessons you can learn from OKC?
Not really, because from that situation, they just had players that didn't really mesh well at the time. You know what I'm saying? They meshed well, but they didn't really like each other, so they weren't really trying to play together. We got a team that plays together. You know what I'm saying? True. We got a chemistry, but you gotta understand. See, I think everybody's scared of messing up the psyche of the team by letting John go and messing up the chemistry that we've shown already. They feel like we're young. They want to keep the band together, whatever. But you got to understand, DeAndre and Cam coming up right after him, and you're pretty much gonna pay each one of these guys off of potential after what's gonna happen after they get the contract, because they really haven't earned it up until that point. DeAndre and Cam been hurt too much. John, he's performing, doing pretty good, but I don't think nobody will really be honest to say that he has performed to a max player level. You know what I'm saying? Because he really hasn't. Whenever Trae went down, in that game against Milwaukee, if John was our second best player, it should have been immediately. It should have been instantly. Okay, now we're gonna go to John. John gonna hold us down until Trae get back. Same way
the Bucks did with Middleton, right?
It's the same way. You know what I'm saying? The same damn way. It should have been an automatic thing. You know what I'm saying? Should have been no questions asked. We're gonna run the game plan through John. Everybody gonna play off of him. We're gonna be okay because John can hold it down. If you can't, if you gotta think twice, if you can do that with a person, that person ain't Max. He ain't a Max player. And they saying that John never asked for Max verbally. John, whenever you turn out a $22.5 million a year offer, that's pretty much you asking for the max without asking for the max. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to say
super fair deal.
Your action.
It's a super fair deal. And instead of making $5 million this year, he would have gone on and started making 22. So I think it was a super fair deal.
Yeah, man. And he came off a suspension.
And then exactly. And then you see Sabonis out there at 4 at 80, and everybody's like, "Why you keep throwing Sabonis in there?" Because honestly, Sabonis has more effectiveness and more instinct. John Collins is an amazing athlete, but when he's out there as a basketball player, he's got to compute shit, and that small computation is what makes him a non-max player.
I might say that, and Sabonis is independent though. I'm saying he's an independent ball player in a sense. I know he can go with everybody else, but you know what I'm saying, you can give the ball to Sabonis. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
And like literally, like true.
We would have won. We would have won that series if he was our power forward instead of John Collins.
Don't go there, man.
I would disagree with that, and here's why.
John really, when it comes to his effectiveness, John got bullied damn near the whole time, dog.
The whole time.
He had some moments, but he really was like getting bullied the whole time.
Yeah.
When you put him on,
No, that's exactly right. I was going to say, and when you're talking about those post moves,
hey man, we need one more
every day working on those post moves. I don't know if those will work because literally he gets thrown around by Bobby Portis.
Yeah, Portis, and then now notice the difference whenever John Collins get in the game and then when Gallo get in the game. When Gallo get in the game, what we do? We
Effective
immediately start feeding the post.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't got no bunch of post moves, but that little fall away jump on baseline, he hit that consistently.
Yeah,
he'll drive out that post too, though. Gallo, when he feel it right, you bumping him too much, you know how to spin off of it and dribble baseline, and he can pass out of it. So you slick got a double Gallo when he posts, man. Never mind. I'm ready to get started.
He gonna put his shoulder to your chest and drive you up under that basket.
Exactly.
Or you gonna have to foul him.
And you can see it on our team because when Okongwu went in there, he doesn't get pushed around like that, especially when he's playing defense. But let me talk about this Antonio comment when he says that he only had that dunk on Embiid. I do want to say John Collins' 3-point that corner three is a great valve for Trae Young, and we asked him to do that so that it can be that because without our big men in the lane, it allows Trae to really blow by his guy and then put everybody at a disadvantage. And that's why we run the same play over and over and over. And that's why it'll be effective until he gets hurt or doesn't have that quickness.
Could somebody pull up a graphic of how many shots per game John takes?
He doesn't take enough for me, man. He takes like 10 because he doesn't have the moves. He goes in there and is the scrap guy, junkyard dog. You can't figure junkyard dog on his 23-year-old contract. The max. Like you can do that to reward him. Yeah, for sure, Mike.
Yeah, just to touch on that. No, I feel what you're saying, Chauncey, because when you look at the numbers or whatever, his shots per game or whatever, not going to show where you'll say, oh, he need, you know what I'm saying? He's getting enough up. But when you really watch the film, and I believe we done this before in like a past show, we brought up times or whatever, and I try to point out it's the same thing like with AI you say back in the day when they talking about he ball hogging or something like that. You pass it back to me, man, I'm gonna shoot it. But it's times where Trae give it back or whatever, give it up. It's times where JC doesn't even look for a shot. And within myself, knowing JC's game, if he turns, I'm like, hell, JC, you can shoot and make that. But he just quickly, just defers whoever don't even look towards the goal. So it's kind of a combination of the two things or whatever. Do you, JC, and yourself believe in yourself all the way that way to just take that? Because either way, like anybody else on the team gonna take their shots when they open and they sit there or they look to the goal. I mean, besides like maybe Kev, we be telling him to take more shots though, but JC can pull up some more or do a little more. And then if he adds some more stuff, it'll add to it though. But I get where you're going and what you're saying though, because the numbers will say that he don't shoot enough, but he's only confident enough when he's like completely open and he caught it looking at the goal. You know what I'm saying? In a sense.
A question I have to that is that by design that he don't shoot that much, or is that on him?
I don't believe it's on design. I believe it's more on him than anything. From me watching the Hawks and John Collins' development, and this is his third coach now too, or whatever. Knowing the type of player he was in college, like he is basically a mover. I need to catch it and just dunk it, or be open, catch it and shoot it. Like that's in a sense his style of game.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that there's a distinct difference between Gallo and JC. And Gallo is a professional scorer. Like he's a bucket. Like he gets the bucket. If he has to use the post, if you're small, he understands all the transactions in the game. And so, you know, if he's got that height advantage, he's going to do that. If he's got this advantage, he's going to shoot. He knows that. So he's a scorer. He knows how to effectively score. John Collins is an athletic dunker.
Let me tell you what as far as John goes, let me tell you what scares the shit out of me though. John Collins, whenever he shoots that shot from like either the corner or from the free throw line, his shot is picture perfect. I'm talking about he got the prettiest shot on the damn team. You know what I'm saying? And he jumps so high. So my thing is this: if John was to ever develop like a handle where he could just like get a person back and just pull up and start shooting that jump over people on a consistent basis, he's gonna be the best big man in the goddamn league.
No doubt about it, because handles in traffic is one of my biggest concerns with John Collins. Is he does, and it's part of that whole post game package he doesn't have. I think Eddie froze up. We'll try to have him come back in, but
okay, now
there he is. He's back.
Okay, let's go back to one of my original statements. What's in the best interest of the basketball team? Is
to have a guy that in the 5 year only be at a certain level because you have more guys going forward. His contract is what's more important, not his position.
Okay, his contract is okay. Right now, he is the one that's up for contract. I hear what you guys are saying. Trust me, I get it. I hear what y'all guys are saying. We're talking about what could be with DeAndre, what could be with Cam. Let me tell y'all what I see. And again, you know, y'all forgive my old school ways, but I'm kind of a bottom line type person. Bottom line is the best ability is availability. Okay, I love DeAndre Hunter, but right now I'm nervous about that knee. And if y'all are not, I don't know what to tell y'all.
Very.
I am too.
Cam Reddish, excuse me.
I ain't nervous about it, man. It'd be
Cam got an Achilles issue. That could be concerning.
I'm less concerned about that because that could be for growth.
Well, Mike, I'm gonna say this. I wouldn't be so concerned about it if it wasn't such a reoccurring issue this early in his career. Like he was out for a substantial, significant amount of time. He came back. He played 1-2 games, and then he was out again. And then when he came back, he gave us a hell of a series against the Knicks, and then he's out again. That is concerning, man. You got to be concerned as a fan of the Hawks. Now let's hypothetically say, okay, no, we're not gonna get John the max. John walks. Okay, and one of the reasons we don't give John the max because you know, like, damn man, we got DeAndre coming up, and we got Cam coming up. I don't know what's gonna be what is further, but let's say DeAndre, and I'm not wishing this on the kid. Let's say he gets an arthritic knee, it's a wrap. Once that knee get arthritic, like I said, he will be the basketball version of Todd Gurley, and our version of Brandon Roy. And what you got to worry about the now. Okay, the question is it in the best interest of the Hawks? I'm not gonna use the word max to pay John Collins. What is his worth? I think the question I gotta ask is, what is his worth? Every person's supposed to know their worth. So I'm not knocking John for asking for whatever he asked for. You know, it is saying, well, he pretty much in no uncertain terms in a roundabout way asked for the max. I'm kind of bottom line. Like I said, forgive my old school ways. Until I hear him ask for it, he ain't asked for it. But I get Eddie's stance on that too. I'm just saying, I'm looking at how the Hawks has played and then, you know, again, I go to bottom line again. 90% of the time, I'm using 90% of the time when John Collins is on the floor and healthy and he plays well, the Hawks win. 90% of the time, this is regular season and playoffs. 90% of the time, John Collins is on the floor and available to play, and he does not play well, the Hawks lose. And since March the 2nd, the Hawks did a whole hell of a lot more winning than they have losing. That's my bottom line.
Well, you asked like what is, what's his worth?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in reality, if you're looking at our team and you have a certain amount of dollars and you have to apply, kind of like those pick your team things where you have like, a 5, a 4, a 3, that if we had that and you're looking at our team, John Collins is not, he's down, like he's not the one to do. Yeah, he's like maybe the 4th or 5th spot, because I think Capella did more impact, than he did, and he don't even score. And my thing is, so now what we got to do is compare them to other players, and it's just the way it is. It's easier to find a big dude who's athletic, and you can kind of get some good shit from him but you don't have to count on him, but you can get some good shit. But if you're trying to groom like a Kevin Huerter shooting guard 6'7" into a player and he starts to produce, that's a more valuable asset, someone who can get their own shot and get opportunities for other people. So to me, in this team, Kevin Huerter might be more valuable at this, in the coming years.
What's easily. And see, the thing about it, we about to come up on a draft now. It's probably gonna be one of the deepest drafts we've seen in a minute. You know what I'm saying? And just like you said, it's easy to find a big guy that's that can bounce around, get offensive rebounds, get you a few shots here and there. Somebody that you can mold into the player that you actually want to fit with his team, and you ain't got to pay him $120 billion or $130 billion that he's gonna ask. You can keep those resources, allocate them, in a smarter way. Hell, you ain't even got to keep DeAndre. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a thing where you just got to pay a guy because somebody got to get paid. I never believe that's just a force to have to give somebody some money just because. That's not good business. And what Tony Ressler continually said in the interview when he was on Duke's Bell the other day, he said we're gonna throw the money at the players to make sure that we got a good product on the court, but we're gonna run smart business. And what he was telling me, whenever he kept saying that, what I was hearing him say was, your ass gonna earn this money. If you get this money, you're gonna earn this money. We're not gonna be giving max deals to people that haven't earned them. You know what I'm saying?
I think they're doing a good job of identifying skills. That's what they want to pay.
Okay. All right. Now, okay. Here's where my issue goes. Now, here's where my issue goes at the front office. I think we all knew this time was going to come. I'm talking to the front office. If you knew this time was going to come, if you had any inkling that John Collins may not be the guy moving forward, he should have been traded before the trade deadline. Because now I'm gonna go back to it. It does make the organization look bad when you draft a guy and allow him to develop. Like his game regressed since he's been drafted. He may not be playing up to our standards, but it ain't like his game has regressed. Now, if you had no plans on keeping him, then you should have found a way to move him prior to the trade deadline. But like DeMond said yesterday, a team don't have to do a sign and trade with us. It'll be out of courtesy. And the only way a sign and trade would work is if John buck and say, I don't want a 4-year, I want a 5-year deal. Now, only we can sign him to a 5-year deal. So at that point,
that's not true. That's not true at all. They can only go 128. We can go 140 on the 4-year deal. So if John wants to get paid 140, that team's gonna have to fucking come to us. The Hawks are in the best fucking position. When John Collins turned down that $90 million contract, that put the Hawks in the driver's seat. We get to see all the cards on the table.
Okay, I get that. I get that, but here you go again. If John goes to sign an offer sheet, let's say we was trying to break down yesterday who had the most money to pay him. DeMond is more concerned about Dallas and Miami because of their ownership groups and all that stuff there. If John goes out and signs an offer sheet, let's say I don't think nobody's going to offer him 140, honestly. But let's say somebody offers him 4 years, 125. That's just throwing out numbers, right? And he signs the offer sheet. Okay, if the Hawks say no, we don't want to match. Now My issue with the organization is, okay, he has walked for nothing. After you don't went and developed him and got him ready, basically for somebody else, he has walked for nothing. I need
do that, man.
I'm speaking from a standpoint now. We need to at least get something for him. We don't just let him walk.
If we don't pay him, we're gonna pay somebody. So
I get
wait
that.
to see who we replace
We already
with.
know that. We already know.
Kevin Huerter made this really difficult because now we don't only have to get Trae next year. We also have to consider Kevin Huerter. Kevin Huerter's the one that's really making this a general manager front office decision that should be super easy. Let's keep John Collins. But since now we have all these other guys that are just as good and skilled, we might be able to get away with getting a John Collins light and get away with it at a bargain price. And you heard the prices for Eamon Kenter. You heard the prices for any of these other guys, Rashawn Holmes over in Sacramento. You get a Rashawn Holmes in here for $6-7 mil. You ain't losing nothing.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Again,
and then
we're in a different.
And it puts you in a better position.
Like I said, something else I said, we're on a different level now. See, at the beginning of the season, nobody had us being one of the final four teams.
Getting rid of the whole damn team.
Yeah, nobody had us being one of the final four teams in the league. At the beginning of the season, we was like, we're gonna try to make a playoff push. We make it to the playoffs. When we go home in the first round, fine. Then lightning struck in the bottle. Then March 2nd happened. We all know what happened on March 2nd. Since March 2nd, the Atlanta Hawks is what, like first or second in the league as far as
37-12, really good.
Yeah. As far as winning percentage, okay, all right. We ascend all the way up to a 5 seed, tied with the 4th seed, but they get the tiebreaker because they beat us. Okay, we beat them in the first. We beat them in the first round. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so that's it. It's over with. Guess what? Philadelphia happened. We beat Philadelphia.
We can get it too.
We beat Philadelphia, and that really opened some eyes in. And by the way, the aforementioned guy that we're talking about, it's safe to say, even though Kevin Huerter had that monster game 7, it's safe to say we don't beat Philly without John Collins' contribution. John Collins, Lou Williams, we all know Trae gonna be Trae. John Collins, Lou Williams, and Kevin Huerter's game 7.
Because we know that he has the mental makeup now to perform at his level in the game in the playoffs. That's cool, but he didn't do above and beyond. And he didn't do anything. And he didn't do
that's
anything.
What I'm saying, man.
And he didn't do anything that we can't get another guy to just sit in the fucking corner, have all this havoc being done, and then just throw you a shot and then hit a wide open shot that you get paid millions of dollars to practice every day in the gym. He's not doing anything skillful. Still.
If he wasn't a top 2 player on the team that pushed the drive to the playoffs, can't pay him the max.
You can't.
Point blank period. If you ain't, because one thing about this, you got to realize we got a window right here, fellas. You know what I'm saying? And we can't afford to get this decision wrong. You know what I'm saying? Once you invest this kind of money into a player, you got to be that dude that we paying you to be.
They not going to get it wrong.
And we just saw it with Ben Simmons. Yeah.
They're not going to get it wrong. And then JC not nowhere close to Ben Simmons. Steven get it wrong with.
He ain't nowhere close. You know what I'm saying? And we can't pay him like he is. We can't just because we like him and we want to keep him around. And see, that's feelings type stuff. When it comes to business, you got to take your feelings out of it and just look at it with a realistic viewpoint and say, listen, what we giving him, are we getting that back in return on our money? Are you the draw? No, he ain't the draw. People come to see Trae. You know what I'm saying? Okay, he ain't coming here to see you. So whatever, when they get here, are you putting out as far as stats go, something that would justify us giving you this type of money? And he's not. You know what I'm saying? It's simple and plain. If you're being honest with yourself, we know that. You know what I'm saying? So what we need to do is keep our spending power and make a smart decision. Just like you say, let's look at a Rashawn Holmes. You know what I'm saying? Let's look at it. We can, with the money we're gonna pay him, we can get 2 good power forwards with that type of money. Get one of them 10 million, get the other one 10 million, and let them. You know what I'm saying? Let them. And then you got Big O. Shit, I'm cool with starting Big O the next year.
Me too.
I'm cool with starting Big O because he
Antonio,
you know what I'm saying? I'm comfortable in that.
We starting Big O
Yeah,
at
and power forward.
Yeah, his lateral
Yeah.
quickness is good enough where he can guard power forwards. I'm convinced.
Now, I don't know if I
That's Big
start
O's-
double O
that's
right
Big
now.
O's-
Not with
That's
Clint.
Big O's natural position is power forward. And
How?
how he play Giannis, he play
I don't
Giannis
know.
strong.
I don't know
dog.
if I start.
He play
I
Giannis
don't.
strong.
I don't
Okay,
know
let me
if I
ask y'all
start.
something.
You don't start him with Clint though, man. That's the only problem.
How
you
you
got to
gonna
get an
start Big
offensive
O?
center.
Can I hold on, y'all? Before this,
Go
I
ahead.
just want to address this really quick. People want to continue to put Hunter at the 4 and this at the that. It's like then we don't get the advantage of having a 6'8" guy that can do small forward shit. Like,
Yeah, no,
we
you don't.
want
Yeah,
Hunter there. We want to find the right power forward. Let's not move.
yeah. Hunter
these younger
is
guys.
spot moments at the
Yeah,
4.
but go
That's
ahead,
his
guys.
spot
Go ahead.
moments, and sometimes you running that at the 4.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, what's up, Chauncey?
Go ahead.
Okay, Mike, because you good at this. Pull up the available power forwards right now.
All right.
Pull them up.
Shoot.
And I'm over here mind blown that
We got
y'all
no
wanna
power
say-
forwards in the free agent. You're gonna have to make a center.
y'all telling me Collins is not a Ben Simmons. You goddamn right he ain't. Because Collins can make a jumper and a free throw. Ben Simmons is literally the reason. He's literally the reason. He's literally one of the reasons we.
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know what he did there. He might have hit the wrong button.
But let me say something though, man.
Okay,
because-
I'll let you say something. I do want to address this comment right here because I
What's
think
that?
that's a backwards move. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm good. All right, cool. No, because he was bringing up some stuff about DeAndre injury, Cam injury. All right, number one, man, I tore my Achilles twice, man. Like I already said that. So with Cam, man, he'll be all right, man. Boy, young man, he ain't tear it all the way. You know what I'm saying? I still be playing ball or whatever. That boy be all right, man. DeAndre, his knee or whatever. Like I understand that could be a problem, but at the same time, we gotta keep a little perspective. And the fact that this was a pandemic year, look across the board, there was a galore of injuries, and we do got to consider the fact that I believe, we had a stretch of like 5 games in like 8 days or something like that. That doesn't happen in a regular season, so you do got to take into the fact that you really ain't have time to kind of fully recover as need to be. So the organization did do the right thing and not ride this man through the playoffs because we saw him come back and play. You understand what I'm saying? So I don't look that as like, oh, it's a negative or something like that. Like, no, he had to get surgery. Bogey had to get surgery. Kawhi getting surgery. Like a lot of players do kind of go under the needle in the offseason at times or whatever. And the thing about it, he got youth on his side. That's the best thing about it, is that he is young. And then another thing too, though, man, I'm gonna keep it real, man. I'm not finna keep harping the negative, bro. Like, don't do that. Like, y'all boys finna talk something up. Stop saying that jump, man. DeAndre gonna be straight, and that's the way we gonna move.
Mike, I'm not trying. Listen, Mike, I'm not trying.
What's up, sir?
I'm not trying to talk. Trust me,
Yeah, I know
brother.
you ain't trying to.
I'm listen. In a perfect world, you want
the energy there.
You want everybody to be healthy, but I have to go off. I told you guys.
Availability.
I'm a bottom line person.
Yeah.
And the
But
best
this is a
ability.
pandemic year. I'm saying, remember that part, though. That's all I'm saying, Chauncey.
Yeah, the best ability.
He said the fact remains they have been out for a while.
Is availability. And you're right, Eddie. I ain't got my feelings to it. I'm looking at it from a Hawks fan standpoint. That's why I said, okay, y'all made a very strong point on why we shouldn't sign JC. So now that's why I asked Mike.
We got to be careful with the words, though. That's why people keep getting out of shape. Because we don't say don't sign JC. We say not at the max. Nobody says let him walk either.
Yeah,
we all agree that is dumb. We say you sign and trade, but you definitely don't let him walk.
That's what this is the perfect time for me to say this too, because we're not in the position anymore to just come to the next season with Big O and Knight as our power forward solution, even with Gallo coming off of there.
But I'm hearing
upgrade.
Eddie, I mean, Lou, I'm hearing that I've heard on a few occasions, and guess what? I love what Big O brings to the table. But like I told Damon yesterday on his video, I said, listen, we can't put Double O out there starting with Clint. You basically got
you can't. I agree,
you basically got 2/5 of your starting lineup.
Why not?
Why not? You got
Big O had no offseason yet. Big O
I can break that down.
Okay.
He hadn't had no offseason.
I get that, but
Manny is correct here.
You cannot have 2/5 of your starting lineup that can't shoot from beyond the damn free throw line.
I
Not
like
in
that.
today's basketball.
That's why my ideal situation is Cat, Chauncey. But yeah, you go ahead though, because I will start 00 next to Cat because I told you offensively, Cat replaces JC 3-point percentage. You know what I'm saying? And then 00 is able to pick up whoever's the better offensive person, 4 or 5, to defend because we see that he can defend the center. You know what I'm saying? So, like, and then if it's a weak 4 on the other team, that's when you can, in a sense, hide Cat. I'm saying he's still a good, somewhat defender, but Cat spread that floor just as well. But I agree with you, Chauncey. You don't play 00 with Clint. That's not the matchup. But that's why I'm cool with sending both of them
Answer
out.
this question.
Go ahead.
Answer this post right here. All right. Answer this comment real quick. And I got a special treat for everybody. What's up, Demond? Everybody go take y'all spammers land.
See, now it's even, man. You know what I'm
now
saying?
we crushing this. We crushing the JC talk.
They killing me,
Demond. JC
Demond, they killing me. They killing me, Demond. They killing me, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They killing me over here.
Here's the question, Demond.
What up, Demond?
What's the number? It's the same thing I asked Chauncey. Sorry, I'm just jumping right back into it, guys. Hey, it's the same thing I asked Chauncey. You know, we talking with on a yearly basis. He turned down 22. We think, you know, the maximum he can get for on a yearly basis is if y'all do the math real quick, it's 140 divided by 4. That's way too fucking high. If it gets down to that 25-28 range, we getting too high.
Lou, let me say this real fast because I know Demond gonna take off. Hey, I thought it was crazy that he turned down that 4-year name. Y'all go ahead.
Okay, that's what's up.
Dog,
let's see that. Hear that?
Why are we even still talking about numbers? Numbers don't even matter now, dog. Because
the numbers matter for the years down the road.
Let me finish. The numbers don't matter because the market, Collins' value is about to get set by the market. So it don't matter. You can sit here and say 22, 25. We gonna see what them other teams think of John Collins.
Okay. And then what is your because you are in the driver's position. The Hawks are in the driver's position. So what that number comes back to you at?
Pat Riley don't think he max though, bro. I don't know why you think that though.
They value for him ain't our value for him. Whatever they think about him, it don't mean that we gonna think the same way. That's where the numbers matter. Because we come to a number in our heads. Okay, John did this from this point to this point. Pretty much for the rest of his whole career is where he's gonna get paid for. He got a 25-game suspension. You know what I'm saying? He did the wise. He can't play as good as we wanted him to. We put out that inspiration.
But I can't understand.
Eddie on the road.
He's worth. You know what I'm saying? So if the other team say they think he's worth 130, just because they think he's 130 don't mean that we're gonna think the same way. You know what I'm saying? That's where the numbers matter.
No, what I'm saying, Eddie, when I say numbers don't matter is when it comes to his value. The market will dictate his value. Travis probably got a number in his head that if they go over that amount, he's not going to match it. Because my thought process,
it's two different values. It ain't just one.
This is my thought process. If I'm the GM and I thought John Collins was worth, say, $27 million, right? Why would I wait? I would have already made that offer from jump, just so I avoid this situation. You see what I'm saying? This is why the Hawks, when it comes to Collins, we have no leverage. John Collins can sign an offer sheet and leave us with nothing. We have no control over that. The only thing we can do is either match John Collins' offer sheet or hope we can get a sign and trade, and that's a hope. So we have no control over nothing. We have to wait to see what the market says. Then we go from there, and Travis gonna say either yay or nay, and then we move on from there. But if we lose John Collins, you only have $12 million to shore up his position, the position he leads. So
okay, so then let's go there. That's the next topic anyways. You led it beautifully into it. What are your roster moves? Say John Collins does move. What are your free agent moves? let's say we don't sign. Let's say we don't sign John Collins. No, just don't even worry about the John Collins part of it. But what do you do to make sure that you have ensured that position in free agent? Do you do any moves in free agent or in drafts, or what do you do?
Well, you see, where the first place you go is leaves. The first thing you want to do is try to replace a Collins with a cheaper option. So I'm gonna see what's available in the draft. If nothing is available in the draft on that first pick we have at 20, we go point guard, or maybe we can find somebody. I see they keep saying Lori Marketing. You find somebody that's disgruntled. Maybe you can make a deal. Somebody who maybe fell off. You know what? What about out there? I ain't did no research. I'm just using. Maybe you could look at somebody like Chauncey's homeboy. You look at a Mo Bamba. He ain't getting no time.
Why he my
I haven't heard that
There you go with
name.
the bullshit. There you go. Why he my homeboy?
I ain't heard that name.
Orlando not moving, Mo. They just moved Vucevic.
Eddie, you hear your boy Eddie? He go Demond with the bullshit. He go with the bullshit.
We took a shot at
He threw a little jab, didn't he? I caught that jab too. I'm bobbing. Oh man. God, go ahead, bro.
Hold on. Go ahead.
And I just use him as an example. Mo Bamba, who was drafted high, who had a lot of potential and still young. You say, you know what? This dude is disgruntled. Maybe we could pry him away for the low. But you're not gonna find 20 and 10, 17 and 8 for $12 million. I mean, I don't know where you're gonna find.
I bet you can. Hey, okay, let me ask y'all this.
Too.
About this player. That we talked about this player when he was coming in the draft, and Charleston was on him like, I like this guy, whatever. And I liked him too, but he had the foot problems when he first came in. And anytime you got a real tall guy with foot problems, it always throws up a red flag. But what y'all think about Bo? Trying to get him and pry him away from Denver. He ain't really getting a lot of playing time. But every time he get out there, he get out there and put on a show.
Denver not gonna let him go, man.
And I feel like his skill set. How do you know?
Because
you don't know what they ain't planning. They hardly ever play him. How do we know that they won't let him go for the right price?
Because they're a championship team, so they're gonna try to keep their depth as much as possible. And he's on a rookie contract, so he don't cost Denver nothing to keep. And with Michael Porter Jr., so you always keep your cheap ass depth. Why let him go? And what would you offer?
Make him a deal they can't refuse. Gotta make him a deal they can't refuse.
You gotta say that the right way, though, Eddie.
Make a deal they can't refuse.
I'm just saying, gotta make him a deal they can't refuse.
Eddie, who you gonna give up from our roster to go get a Bo?
I think Kevin Huerter. I think this offseason, Kevin Huerter is one of the most amazing offseason carrots. If you wanted to try to go after someone that's, he may be more established or more veteran in any of these positions.
So you would trade Kevin Huerter for
trade Chris Dunn. Chris Dunn in the first round pick or something. You know what I'm saying? You never know. Depending on what they need on their team. You gotta see what they're asking for first.
So you can give up Chris Dunn and a first round pick for unproven.
Yes.
You can use Chris Dunn because Chris Dunn's in an expiring contract this year. You can trade him at the deadline. Maybe we address a different need. You could save that and address a different need. Deadline expiring.
New question, guys. Who is that? Who is a superstar level player that you would like to see added to this Hawks team?
God damn, bud.
Before you go into that,
all right.
I want to address this last part. All right, John Collins walks. We got how much money we got? We got 12
13, right? About 12.
Okay.
Yeah, 13.
Plus a 3.7 exemption.
Okay, John Collins walk. We paying a guy $20 million to come off the bench. No, bro, you finna start now.
Gallo's starting.
Yeah, sure. you about to start now.
Yeah.
Now what I do is I can't believe nobody said that. Gallo, you about to start.
Yeah.
Now what I do is with that number 20 pick, if I can't find a guy worth his weight in salt that we can develop to become the next John Collins, then you go out there and you use a mid-level exception or go out there and Find somebody on an expiring contract that can come in and give you at least a semblance of what John Collins gave you. Because again, folks, we not just some team that just didn't make the bubble last year. We're gonna be seen as, at least in our eyes as fans, we're gonna be seen as contenders for the championship, man.
Yeah.
So we can't sit up here and pussyfoot around. Now, Gallo, you're gonna get your ass out there and you're gonna start at that 4.
Yeah.
Because we paying you 20. Because we paying you 20 million. Okay.
And this draft short is deep. I mean, I've watched a lot of drafts develop, and
I don't know anything about the talent coming out. So
the talent coming in, because I don't watch the college game, but you can tell by watching them play against each other. You can tell by the measurements when who's been lying about their size and stuff. Once all that comes and gets revealed, man, there's going to be a superstar coming from the second round of this year's draft. There's also going to be a lot of role players and people that know their roles coming into this from this draft. I mean, it is just skill heavy.
Yeah, according to y'all, because what I was told last week, he's number 78 ranked. I'm pretty sure the ACC Player of the Year gonna be available at 20, but I digress. Keep going.
I'm telling you,
number 20. No, but that'd be the most.
Man, these cats telling me
reach of the history.
How's it a reach to draft the ACC Player of the Year?
Because he ain't even in nobody.
He is a dunker. I watched Georgia.
He's the ACC Player of the Year.
I watched Tech.
Draymond Green wasn't on nobody's radar either, but look at him.
But Draymond Green
got drafted for like 48th, didn't he?
Yeah, but Draymond
was on people's radar, though. I don't think Draymond went that late. Draymond was known at Michigan State.
Dude, yeah, exactly.
Moses Wright not known.
But he
won Player of the Year?
Second round, though.
Yeah, I don't know, and I'm in Atlanta.
Okay, that's because you don't follow. How you don't follow? You follow the ACC, don't you?
Nah, I'm just messing with you, man. But nah, Georgia Tech. I mean, a little bit, man. Georgia Tech been slacking though. I mean, they need to get right. Our basketball period teams, man. They've been boring, man.
Okay. Hold on. He just said it.
What?
He just said it.
They been boring, bro.
Y'all see the Mind State? Y'all see the Mind State?
This ain't Jared Jack. Ishmael ain't out there, man.
Hold on. Y'all see the Mind State?
Man, Muhammad wasn't no hot. Muhammad wasn't no what pick was he?
He's boring. He's boring,
bro.
Hold on. Mike said he's boring.
No, I'm talking about both teams, UGA and like Tech, like them boys. They ain't catching me, bro.
I'm giving down about you being boring as long as you get the job done.
God almighty.
But they ain't getting the job done either. You can't be boring and not getting the job done, bro.
I watched Georgia Tech basketball because
how's he not getting the job done?
Wars, man. You ain't talking about no team winning.
Oh my God.
I watched Georgia Tech basketball because I have to. Like,
and they made the NCAA tournament this year.
I know what they do in the tournament.
The reason they
want him on the team.
Listen.
I'd love to have him on our team.
Hold on. The reason he went. Hold on. Let me answer Mike's question, and then Lou, you can proceed. The reason Georgia Tech went home is because they sent him home because he had COVID. If in that weak ass region that they was in, if Moses Wright plays, Tech probably bashed their way into an Elite Eight. Moses Wright went home because he had COVID.
I thought watching this team, I thought the team was going to do a deeper run, but Moses Wright was a big part of that. But Moses Wright is literally he runs down, he grabs a rebound and he dunks, or somebody throws it to him and he dunks. He can't even dribble to do that part well by himself. I'm telling you, the man is flawed, but he is a good man, and he's gone to school for 3 years. If he comes on an NBA roster, he can work himself into an NBA player.
He definitely not going 20 if he been in school for 3 years, bro. That's automatic in the NBA.
He explained this last time, but what I do want to go back into though is I want to ask y'all that superstar level player to add to this Hawks team. Pie in the sky, you may have to move some pieces around, but with John Collins and whatever, we can get anybody we want. Who is it for you? Who puts us over the top?
For me.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to do the New York style.
I say, even if we trade, I'm make it realistic. They have to agree to it, but it should get Cat.
K-A-T, not the comedian.
Nope, not the comedian, man. But Karl Anthony Towns, man. I was saying Clint and JC. on up to Minnesota, and
How
you
you gonna
give me
send? How you
Rubio.
gonna send JC? If
You
you
I'm a
get-
big fan of Levine.
It'll sign and trade, man. You know we go through that whole.
who's to say they're gonna agree to a sign and trade?
You know,
Mike?
it's pie in the
man,
sky, Chauncey. It's pie in the sky,
I
Chauncey.
mean, didn't you just hit a disclaimer at the beginning? He gave a
It is pie in
disclaimer,
the sky.
Chauncey. I'm just letting you know what my ideal situation is. No, look. Okay, this for Chauncey then.
Chauncey doesn't have capology
My
on me.
realistic reality situation is that JC is going to be here. I'm just hoping that we ain't paying him some crazy max or whatever. But at the same time, if it happens, I'm not gonna be surprised. But reality is that the man gonna be here next season. Is pretty much going to happen. Now, the only way he's not going to be here is a sign and trade. That's the only way he's not, because they're not finna let him walk. Now, with the disclaimer of it being pie in the sky, my wish would be to kind of make it realistic, I would send Clint and JC on to Minnesota for Cat and Rubio. And throw our picks in there, whether that's this year and next year, or either or whatever, to make it sweet too. Or what I would not like to do is lose Gallo, but maybe if we keep this year pick, we can pick somebody to come off the bench or the 4. But that's when I would then start double O at the 4, because I believe he can work with a Karl Anthony Towns. And then we get Rubio, who will be a hell of a backup point guard. Like, come on, man. So
Damn.
that's what I would like to do.
All right. What about you, Eddie?
Okay. Who do I think that we will get?
Yeah, so far in the comments,
hard, man, because
we got Porzingis, we got
And some
Anthony
Martin,
Davis,
Bill.
Damian Lillard. We also got somebody
You
else.
got Zach LaVine coming up.
Yeah, Zach
That's
LaVine.
what Patrick's saying. He's saying Zach LaVine. He cool with that contract or something. But I don't really too much
If I
want
had
to
to
win,
choose
because
one
I'm not
person-
ready to give up on ours. But yeah,
no, I ain't. If I had to choose one person, and I knew that we could probably shake him away from his current situation, to be Kawhi Leonard, because he already is unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Anytime he starts talking bad about the medical staff, he don't never play the other game for the team. You know what I'm saying? So
don't we hope
that's
to
where
have
he
those
is
guys on
mentally.
our roster? Don't we hope to have those guys on our roster? Like, don't we think DeAndre Hunter is that guy? Don't we think DeAndre Hunter is that guy?
Yeah, we can keep him. But one thing about it, just like Chauncey's been saying, we don't know about his availability going forward. So we can't put all our eggs in that basket. You know what I'm saying? We gotta think about him the way he's already showed us. We gotta think about him, and that's that he's injury prone. So we gotta try to get somebody over here that's not injury prone, that's gonna be able to put us on his back, and carry us across that finish line. Imagine Trae Young and Kawhi Leonard playing together.
How do you stop
offense,
that?
you know what I'm saying? You can't stop it.
Yeah.
Shit. And the thing about it, you can give Kawhi the ball, and you can let Trae now play off the ball.
Can
know what
play.
I'm saying?
Okay, hold on, Eddie. This is a question from last time, guys. I don't want to get too far into this, but can Trae play off ball?
If he has somebody around him that allows him to do it and get comfortable doing it, he don't have nobody right now that can do that can handle the ball well enough for him to be able to do it and get consistently used to doing it. So right now he ain't where he needs to be doing that. But if you get somebody up here like Kawhi, I give him about 10 games, he'll probably be so adept at that shit. Because one thing about Trae, that little motherfucker smart, man.
Very smart.
He's smart as a fucking whip. You know what I'm saying? And he really beats players and teams even before the game starts, because he didn't seem like he didn't already thought the game plan that they're gonna implement for him. You know what I'm saying?
I totally agree. And Damon, I want to get in with you for a second, but I do want to say a point, man. We were looking really good as a team, and we went and played that Clippers team, and we were dominating them. And it seemed like in the last 4 or 5 minutes, he was like, "All right, let me play." And then it was like pat, 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 pat. He had been studying us and just brought them back from 15. I mean, he just dominated that game. So I really,
let me stop you right there, Lou. Much love to you. That's a crock of shit. It was some no-name motherfucker that brought us back against the Clippers. Who fucking in the backcourt that came in there shooting out them goddamn threes?
No, there was a dude doing that. It was the lefty.
To make me cuff. Who that motherfucker? Who that little motherfucker in the backcourt that was shooting?
It was the lefty with the really white name. It was that lefty with the really white name.
It was a white guy. It was that white boy.
Conrad or something.
It's the guy. Didn't he come from Michigan State or somewhere?
Yeah, it's like Conrad or something. I know exactly what y'all talking about, but that's funny. He did. It was him and Kawhi.
Cuss no more.
It was him and Kawhi.
You made me cuss. I thought it was gonna be edited. I was gonna make me cuss first.
I want
to make me cuss first.
Hey, Damon, do you have a second to answer this question? Because I do want you to address this comment, though. It says, you know what? Y'all act like John Collins being overpaid like Bazemore being overpaid. Banking up on a draft pick is banking on developing a player. We really want to take steps back. Is that what you're feeling? Is that where your fear, if you will, comes from? Or concern? I won't say fear.
Yeah, concern.
That's a concern. Anytime you gotta go to the draft, like we gotta develop somebody, bro. When you say develop, you're looking at probably about 3 years. Okay, especially if we not talking about these top 3 picks, so you look at 3-year development here. I mean, and this is what I be saying, telling people, man, how many times are we going to invest resources in these players and allow these to leave? It's like we're becoming a bigger team or bigger clubs, and that's what we don't want to do. When y'all say John Collins is worth this and worth that, that's cool, right? But when he leaves, if he leaves, who are you going to replace that production with? Let's be honest here. Chauncey said you start Gallo. Okay, if Gallo was that good, he would have already been starting on us or a different team. It's a reason why he come off the bench.
Damon, I said start Gallo. Hold on. I said start Gallo. We're speaking on if John Collins have to walk, right?
That's what
so
I said.
If John has to walk, and we're paying Gallo $20 million, you goddamn right he going to that damn starting lineup until we get John Collins replacement. That's why I said it. But go ahead.
That's what I said, bro. That's what I said.
Damon, do you think Gallo can? Do you think Gallo can match John's output if you started him for the whole year?
Go ahead.
I'm asking Damon. Do you think Gallo, if we were to put him in the starting lineup, if John went somewhere else, do you think he can match John's output for a whole year?
Will his body hold up? That's the question.
No, he don't play. When you lose John Collins,
he talking like John Collins played defense.
He's not an all-NBA defense, but he does give you help defense on the weak side. He does give you a couple of blocks. Gallo gives you nothing on the defensive end.
I mean, he don't average a couple of blocks.
Hold on, guys. Before this playoff run, John Collins was notorious for always being in the wrong position and always being 2 steps behind on help defense, on regular defense, on any defense.
Nate helped them with that, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So that's what that is. I mean, Nate helped them with that, though. But at the same time, can Nate not help with others? I mean, huh? What's up?
Who's the better defender, Collins or Gallo?
Are we comparing John Collins?
Who poked the ball away from Joel Embiid in the late game?
Yeah, that's all I'm about to say. Who can try to guard a bigger player or not?
Gallo plays smarter defense.
Yeah,
John plays more athletic. He can block weak side. When he's gonna play smart defense, Gallo plays smarter defense.
This one, y'all keep on the answer with all the it's yes or no. It's one or the other. Who is the better defender? I'm asking the question. That's
it. John Collins. Man, that's the question I'm giving Collins.
I'm just asking the question, bro. Who's the better defender?
Man, we got to get y'all some. New microphones.
Yeah, my bad. I had to jump out. Is this question still about Gallo though, man? Because
I can't hear. Everybody's cutting in and out.
My question
was
that? Who is the better defender? Collins or Gallo? That's all I want to know. I said better.
So
defender.
I'm saying it depends. All right, on ball, I would actually say Gallo. Now, as
He's
far
big.
as like you saying, to be able to come over and help situation, probably it would be probably JC and for his athletic ability though. But when it comes to, especially if people want to take the Knicks situation or whatever, they both had what it was a scheme on Randall. It wasn't JC locking them up or something like that. Because if that was the case or something like that, or it was just JC by himself guarding Randall or whatever, like bro would have been getting cooked. I mean, that's just the way I feel. But we would send stuff, and Clint would be the backline help. That's the purpose of having Clint in a sense, though. But I'm not one that's sitting here trying to say that we should have Gallo per se start. I mean, I told y'all what my ideal situation would be, but
And
I
let's get back
think
to
that we
Let's
can
get
pull
back
it
to that, 'cause
off more than
I-
what people might think.
Hold on,
Yeah,
let's get back to that because I don't remember Eddie's choice on that. Besides Kawhi, was it Kawhi?
Yeah, he said Kawhi.
All right, so I'm gonna let Chauncey
Yeah,
go now.
Kawhi. Yeah,
Chauncey,
mine was Kawhi.
But Kawhi just had ACL surgery, so
yeah, 9 months, I believe.
so
So Chauncey,
we'll see how he looks.
pie in the sky. You don't have to do the capology.
Yeah, bring him back to the playoffs.
Kind of be reasonable, in your own head. But who do you think, superstar wise, do you bring onto this, or fringe superstar wise, who do you think you bring onto this team and we're there, and why? You don't have to say answer why.
Well, I'm gonna tell you why. Anyway, I was just sitting up here thinking as y'all was talking, and from a superstar standpoint, I'm gonna back down from the superstar part. I'm just gonna think about. I don't think we had to go superstar. So I hate these guys because they go on the court. But I wouldn't mind eyes on one of the Morris twins.
That's a good call. Those guys do play.
I wouldn't mind kicking the tires on them because of what the shit that they can do. You can plug one of them guys in at our power forward, and we don't miss a beat. Hey, it ain't about my personal feelings, but because I would like to punch one of them motherfuckers in the face for all that fake tough shit. But based on what they can do and their skill set and the type of and our style of play, I would take one of them Morris. I will find a way to get one of them Morris twins in here.
You telling me they can't hit open corner threes?
Huh?
So you telling me that they can't hit open corner threes?
Yeah.
I said based on what they can do.
No, I'm agreeing with you. I'm just, I'm just saying that as far as like, the audience, so saying people think that way.
Yeah.
But it's ways to get, if people cannot think so much alley-oops, because we don't get no more higher points for oops. You feel me? I understand just the A and we love seeing it, but we don't get extra points for oops. You know what I'm saying? So if we cannot think that way, like you can kind of get stuff, because I seen in the comments saying that Gallo, what he can't do, but what Gallo can do is that he can actually run pick and roll himself. You understand what I'm saying? We saw that in the playoffs. He can dribble, attack from the perimeter. He can pump fake and put the ball down, keep a defender on his hip, draw foul. You have to double him at times when it ran right. Again, he can start. I mean, it probably be less minutes though, but if you got Cam Reddish and DeAndre Hunter, they continue to develop a double O, you give more minutes than the past 12 minutes per game or something like that. Gallo don't have to play so many minutes like that, even though he's starting. He's just starting and he's like finishing that type of role. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the way we'll.
Mike, can I ask you something?
Yeah, go ahead.
I think I heard you maybe and Luke say, I think y'all kind of, I ain't gonna use the word dismiss, but y'all were not favorable possibly putting the power forward. And I'm gonna ask why. Because
I can't even hear what you say, bro.
If you look at how the NBA is being played now, why can't we possibly put him at the power forward position?
Who is that?
DeAndre Hunter.
No,
providing that he's healthy.
You can. I just feel like it takes away from your uniqueness, your depth and strategy, where you can just like deploy at certain moments and certain times of that lineup where you putting him at 4. versus like that's literally game in and game night. Everybody know that's our starting lineup. He's at the 4. Because if you know that and you do that, you can also, as another team, kind of combat that and kind of beat us up in that situation. Because I mean, DeAndre doesn't need to be there all the time or whatever. We go from small with Trae being at point guard. Hold on, little man, but at point guard, when we got, if you can start a Cam or even a Kevin at 2 and then have DeAndre at 3, now you're big in a sense in the backcourt, because that's when you can hide Trae on whoever garbage and ain't trying to do too much themselves or whatever, and you got a big Cam guarding the point guard, or DeAndre out there still on the wing and stuff like that. So I mean, that's why I'm not, too much favoring starting DeAndre there. But yeah, I think that does give us a great tool in our pocket to be able to deploy that at times. DeAndre at the 4.
Yeah, that's how I feel about DeAndre myself, for sure.
I mean, it's a thought. I honestly don't feel like it's a crazy thought, because if you look at our embarrassment of riches, now let's go to our embarrassment of riches, because we do have an embarrassment of riches.
Which is why I want to package them up to get a good.
The mere fact that we even, that's what I'm saying, Lou. The mere fact that we even talking about the possibility of losing John Collins means we have an embarrassment of riches. And what if by some chance we do lose John Collins, and I'm thinking along the lines with Mike, we're gonna wind up having him anyway. It's just that half the fan base gonna be happy because we got him anyway. The other half of the fan base gonna be unhappy because of how much money that we spent to get him. But just due to the fact that we have this embarrassment of riches, and if we do lose John Collins, I don't want to have to revisit this a year to 2 years from now with somebody else, and we keep losing our guys that we don't bust our ass as an organization to get right and to develop. Let's just let this be a one-time thing where we lose somebody, because I don't want to lose John Collins in 2 years. Then 2 years later, now we lose Kevin Huerter because he's that carrot, as you say, Lou. No, I don't want to keep losing the guys that we develop. Then we're gonna become another Atlanta franchise that let their players walk. That's my take.
No, what we're hoping is that we're going to be the type of franchise that continues to flip the script every 3 or 4 years to create a new window. A window these days is only going to last for as fast as you can get your number 1 first round pick locked and loaded. So if you can get them in the first year like we did, so that means you had a 4-year window. You have a 3-year window for sure. And when his contract's up, that starts your identity for another 4-year window. But you got to replace all these pieces with the right contract size, the right time that they're in the league. Because like an Enes Kanter was a bust as a first round pick in his first couple of years. But as a big man, he's perfect sometimes. He's exactly the type of guy you may need. And every year or every 2-3 years, that's what we're going to have to do. And I think we finally got a franchise that respects scouting, that respects basketball, that respects chemistry, that respects, everything. So now if they really start putting their money in, which they did last year, they proved to me last year that they're willing to put some dollars into the shit. And I know they had some fire in their ass because there's a floor as well, salary floor. But at the same time, man, like they're doing everything right. I mean, they haven't missed on a pick in a long time. And as long as that part continues, we can put ourselves in a position every 2 or 3 years to start a run.
It's how you stay competitive.
They have a missed on a pick with the
I'm sorry. You have to find your core players. Your core players, those are the ones who are going to make the most of the money, okay? Only people you replacing every 3 or 4 years are your role players. Your core needs to stay. So whoever Travis and Nate McMillan consider the core, your core is the players you're not trading at all. They don't even come on the table. If you don't keep your core players right, you can't sustain success over a long period of time. So this was about to happen. So people complaining about John Collins getting paid. Wait till Kevin Huerter comes up. Like I've been saying.
That is why we should use him as a trade piece.
Wait till Hunter. Wait till Reddish. Wait till they come up on contract. Because we don't even know what the future holds for those guys. We don't know if Hunter is going to end up being a Kawhi Leonard or Brandon Roy with his freaking knees. Okay, we don't know if Cam Reddish is going to take what he learned these past 2 years and come out and be a superstar. See, we don't know that.
DeAndre Hunter's knee. Y'all brought this up yesterday. Hold on, real quick, Demond. DeAndre Hunter's knee, y'all brought up yesterday, is literally the only reason why I would consider overpaying JC. And at that point, I still don't. I'm still not all the way there. But that is the only thing that I was listening to that whole thing y'all did yesterday, and that is the one main point where I was like, yeah, that is something we may want to overpay to keep JC here, so we don't have to push any buttons like that. But
so JC leave, and Hunter knee go down again. What's the plan for that? Cam Reddish, say he regresses. What's the plan for that? Say Kevin Huerter.
Oh, I got something for you.
There are plans for that.
Let's say we pay JC Max, and y'all don't see no improvement from him, and he get pushed around again by everybody through the league. Then
he becomes the main
y'all gonna be coming out. Damn, what is it doing? What is it? Y'all gonna be complaining, or y'all gonna be cool with it?
No, I'm gonna be cool if we win in fucking games. Are we winning games? I don't give a fuck if get pushed around. Or is he contributing to us to winning games? That's what matters at the end of the day.
I know that's what matters. But I'm trying to tell you, we gonna win games with or without him, bro. Like I don't know what y'all are so worried about, but whatever, man.
I'm just responding to your question.
I see. I understand.
And can you imagine JC if we got to the finals? Getting paid max as much as AD. Imagine Anthony Davis versus John Collins. It would look like the biggest mismatch. Like,
no. Put it like this: say we beat the Bucks and make it to the finals. All right. Say Bobby Portis didn't. I don't know. Well, matter of fact, it happened. So that's why I can say this. We get to the finals, bro. Jay Crowder would have pissed y'all off, bro. Like Jay Crowder versus JC.
It wouldn't have even had to have been Anthony Davis.
No, Anthony, that's out of the question, man. Of course, that's a mismatch. That ain't for the sit.
So who gonna stop? Gallo ain't gonna stop nobody.
Gallo ain't gonna do what?
Bobby. He wasn't stopping Bobby Portis.
Gallo, what you
cannot pay JC Max. I don't know what he's saying.
Gallo made $20 million as a 31-year-old ball player, bro.
Because he's earned it.
And if you ask me, Gallo has always been better than John Collins and bring you more than JC from day one coming from Italy. It's just simple as that.
Post move.
What I'm telling you,
footwork.
What I'm telling you is they gonna ball on JC, and I'm telling you, if Gallo win the game, he gonna get balled on too by them same players. Agree or disagree? Or
he gonna get balled on against. He's gonna consistently make them have to guard him, bro. Like, no. People,
you neutralize the.
Put it like this: to defend Gallo. No, I'm telling you, as a defender, to play Gallo, you have to play defense. To play defense against John Collins, you have to just pay attention. It's a difference, bro.
Let me say something.
Gallo.
I'm clipping that.
Gallo, act like Gallo is out on the court running around. He runs. You ain't
gotta run around, bro. That's overrated. You ain't gotta run around. Position game.
Run down there. He stands there. They throw in the ball. He get the ball. He dribble. When he does try to attack the basket, he usually slips. He look awkward as fuck.
He usually slip.
And then he does because he's uncoordinated.
He usually slips.
All right, good.
Come on, man. Don't act
like fire away.
Some super flash going to them.
First of all, I think I did. I think overall today, I think I did very well. I've only lost my shit one time, but I'm about to lose it again. Man, let me tell y'all, who's a better player, Bobby Portis or John Collins?
Against the Bucks, Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis. Against the Bucks, Bobby Portis. Because literally, when you go back and look during the season, Bobby Portis did the same thing during the season.
Let me tell y'all.
Let me tell you something. I got this.
How many times have your mama, your daddy, your uncle done use this phrase, the sun shine on the dog ass every now and again? Let me tell you something. Bobby Portis outworked the whole Hawks team. He wasn't doing shit. He wasn't doing shit that spectacular. He just outworked everybody on the boards. That's all. He was getting a lot of stickbacks. That happened against us a lot. Y'all sitting up here against that Popeye motherfucker, all these high praises about to drive me fucking nuts. Bobby Portis is he ain't nothing but him.
It ain't just about Bobby Portis.
Bobby Portis.
It's Tobias Harris too, though. It's Tobias Harris, it's Taj Gibson, it's Zach Randolph.
Tobias Harris had one good game against us in that series.
He didn't have no one good game. He had more than one good game. Stop it, man.
Harris, they was mad. Tobias Harris.
But even so though, but 1-on-1 matchup or whatever, JC wasn't having a good game and Tobias Harris wasn't. It was never nothing like that. JC never took advantage of Tobias Harris like Tobias Harris showed at times where he can take advantage of a JC guarding him. Like, no, man, that was just their problem for being inconsistent and not playing through that. But we should have lost that series. If I'm the coach, Tobias Harris should have, man, come on, bro. Tobias Harris and B. And it's been even with Ben Simmons not shooting. Stand your butt up here. I don't even care. They can play off you all day. We'll kill them nonstop. What happened is that they played into our hands and start shooting like dummies, even with MB.
Did I ask a question about
that's their problem.
We're not comparing. We compare Bobby Portis and Tobias Harris.
Hey man, I went to the first series too. You know what I'm saying? So I'm telling you, every time.
What head-to-head matchup did John win the whole playoffs?
Huh?
What head-to-head matchup did John win the whole playoffs? Name one of them.
So now we doing
any team we played. What head-to-head matchup did he win?
What head-to-head matchup did fucking Kevin Herter win? Besides,
against
we talking about John. We ain't gonna move the goalpost. We talking about John Collins.
What head-to-head competition did Gallo win? What head-to-head, man? Fuck all that bullshit.
What you mean? Gallo literally won his bench head-to-head matchup.
Do we get past Philly without John Collins?
21 or some shit.
We talking about the max player now. We talking about the bench players and the also-rans. We talking about
do we get past Philly? Ain't nobody answering my question yet, Luke.
What's your question?
I'm putting it back on so you can ask it again. Ask it again.
Do we get past Philly without Collins?
Bobby Portis outworked our
Hold on, Damon. Let him ask because he cuts it off. You cut it off.
Nah, we don't.
Do we what?
The Hawks.
Do we get past Philly without John Collins?
Gotcha.
No,
probably not.
We don't get past Philly without Kevin. We don't get past Philly without Gallo. We don't get past Philly without y'all getting mad about it. We don't get past them without Trae. You know what I'm saying? We don't get past them without our team. We don't get past them without. We don't even meet them without Nate.
The issue, no, hold on, but we don't have an issue with that. The issue is with John Collins. So, do we get past Philly to do some shit we only done once in our history without John Collins?
Johnson, was John the second
best
player
in that series? I mean, since we having hypotheticals.
Ain't nobody answer my question. Everybody answer my question.
Was John the second best player in that series for us?
Hold on. Everybody answering my question.
I think Mike is the only one that's saying yes.
We don't, bro. We don't. Everybody know it. They're just talking shit. Listen, man.
Yeah.
But he at the same time, he wasn't the second best player in that series for us. He wasn't the second best. He probably wasn't the third best. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't the third best player on the team,
bro, we went 7 games. We went 7 games, and everybody literally saw we won it basically because of who?
Trae.
No, not really because Trae in a bad game still gave you 21 and 10, but we won game 7 in Philly. Why?
Because
Kevin Herter scored 28 points, guys.
That's what I'm saying. It is not a moment where you literally can say we won that, no doubt, because of John Collins. Like, no
game in the playoffs.
What he does
when the lights was the brightest.
When we play well as a team, yes, John Collins gonna be in the mixture of everybody playing well as well. That's just the way it goes. Yes, he compliments, but it's not because of John ever. It's never that.
Did I say because of John? I asked a simple question.
That's what I'm saying, though. I'm just saying that.
Hey, look here, man. And whenever you ask for this amount of money, your level of responsibility raises up then.
Exactly.
It does. Now it does. If you don't get max, bro, you finna catch hell, bro. You get back, you finna catch hell. You need to be putting us on your back, dog.
And he can't do that.
You don't get to say that. You don't get to say, do we make it if I ain't playing? No. do we win because of you? That's what you got to say whenever you start asking what type of money he has. If you can't think of one
hold on,
game,
guys. Listen to this. I'll even say this is that Ben Simmons got his team to a #1 seed. They were dominating, and because he was exploited to not being able to shoot in this last series they were there, he is getting ran the fuck out of town. And that is not because of his skills and not because of his chemistry, but because of his contract.
Like one more thing, Lou, before we even get to another thing, though, go back to the impact. Even when we go to the Bucks series, bro, and Trae not playing, we at home, he not playing. We walk away from that victory when we get it without Trae saying why we won that. It's because of Lou and Bogey. You ain't really saying because, JC like held us down because of the game. He went out there and did this, and that. No, the one game that he balled out, Trae balled out, bro. He shimmying. That's when JC balled out too, because really Trae balled out. It's complimentary. It's always with it. I mean, when he gonna get max, bro, I need to get because of you.
JC a whole.
Hold on, Eddie. This first time we'll tell Mike this. I ain't never told you.
JC a whole role player.
Nah, you told me that
Mike,
before.
cut the bullshit, bro. Bogey stuck it up for most of the goddamn playoffs, and you gonna that goddamn
the game that I'm talking about. No,
come on, bro.
Even with Bogey stinking it up. Even with Bogey stinking it up, he still was being an impact because you had to pay attention to him.
Oh my God.
He had to stay with
no
him.
doubt. That's
and
why
he still defended well. Bogey was leading the playoffs in steals, bro. He was leading the playoffs in steals.
Everybody else that was injured, I was like, let them sit. We got the appropriate response. But when Bogey was hurt, I was like, even him being hurt out there is better than is better than him not being out there. Bogey hurt at 70% was better than what we had in backup, because he's a 6'8" or 6'7", 6'6" shooting guard.
This motherfucker was shooting 7 for goddamn 400, and he talking about he a goddamn impact.
Hey, let me break it down again.
He shot 43%.
I remember y'all complaining about him, but I kept saying in the group and the chat stuff, Bogey had to stay on the court. As long as we were tied in games or only down a few points, or if we're in the lead, he was still in minutes and giving us great minutes. Because the thing about it, if you benched him, you ruin your depth, man. You see what Lou was being all inconsistent. You see Kev being inconsistent. So you had to play him. The man hurt his knee. If he ain't hurt his knee and had his lift, that wouldn't have happened. It ain't like Bogey was just playing garbage because he was playing garbage. No, that's not why.
You want to give me all these damn ifs about Bogey. Now,
that wasn't no ifs. I just said what it was.
Bro, and guess what? I love Bogey, but Bogey stuck it up the majority of the playoffs, bro. And
he was hurt.
Bro, come on, bro.
He didn't.
He was hurt. But at the same time, oh well, Bogey had to keep shooting. He had to keep firing. You on the court, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'd rather him take the shots than not. He becomes Kevin Huerter at that point. I'd rather him shoot and miss, because the thing is like, you got to understand, Bogey still won his games. Like, he had a huge three. That huge three when Philly was coming back. They pushed it back up to like 8 or 9 late in that game, that crucial game.
He was hitting timely threes. And then again, even though he was stinking it up, a stat was that Bogey was leading the playoffs in steals.
Yes,
Bogey was still being effective on the defensive end. So that's what still made him valuable. That's still, again, I didn't see John Collins up on the top list for blocks or steals or this and that. No, I mean, again, if you give him a max, bro, I'm going to be hard on you.
Who did Bogey guard the first series?
RJ Barrett.
Huh?
He guarded some RJ Barrett, some Bullock, some.
I was about to say some. I mean, Trae was on Bullock mostly, but it was. I mean, the Knicks, unfortunately, bro, that's not too much of a challenge from the perimeter. But at the same time, he did see some D rolls, because Trae ain't getting on nobody that's better. You know what I'm saying? Bogey getting on.
We already know who was Bogey guarding in the Philly series.
In the Philly series,
Seth Curry, he was guarding.
Seth Curry. Danny, when he was there, he was playing Ben at times, saw some Tobias at times, were getting switched off on. Like, come on. I mean,
who you got Milwaukee series?
What, Drew and Chris Middleton. I mean, what you laughing at, though? Ain't nobody else on the team was above him, though. He led our team and the playoffs in steals. I mean, he did what he did.
Bogey, listen. Bogey plays great help defense. I will give you that. He goes in, he digs, he gets steals. So does
Bible.
I'm just laughing and I'm laughing at the excuses that are being made for one guy, and boy, how hard you is on another guy.
Excuses. That's not excuses. Well, put it like this. No. If it's an excuse, it's a legitimate excuse. If you're hurt, was John Collins' knee hurting somewhere? Was he like Trae getting his shoulder iced or something like that after each time? Something like that.
It puts ass shoulder. Y'all, okay.
No, I'm just saying. Okay, I mean, I'm just saying.
Hold on. I want to address this to Chauncey.
I don't recall John Collins ever being a GTD before a game. Do y'all remember John Collins being game time decision in the playoffs?
No, not at all.
I don't. Even Clint appeared like that once.
Hey, Chauncey, you're gonna like this. I heard some people say when Trae started putting that ice pack on his shoulder. He said he said a lot of these young kids are starting to do that on the side. So that way they have a built-in excuse in case they don't shoot well.
I heard all of a sudden his little punk ass shoulder hurt. It's amazing the shit that y'all fall for. But y'all, but y'all actually make a big deal about. Never mind. Okay, I'm back. I just lost my shit for a second time, but I think I done did good so far. But God Almighty, Lord, boy,
Trae need to get his ass in the gym.
Period.
Give me that pencil.
If his shoulder hurt off of that bullshit, he need to get in the gym. He is fragile.
If John don't get max, you know what I'm saying, I'll be good. You feel me?
But listen, man, here go my.
The only way
now
it brings me back. The only way that John Collins is going to
brings me back.
Hold on.
But you know what though? Listen,
hold on, Josh.
That's the only way he gonna get max money. Because if we was gonna give him max money, we would have already offered it to him. The only way we gonna give him, only way we overpay that y'all say overpay for John Collins is if another team make him an offer. That's it.
Yeah,
I don't see another way that we give him max money. Because if we was gonna give him max, we would have already did it. You know what I'm saying?
It goes back to the original question. Now we only have 12.6, right? Plus a 3.7 mid-level exception. Now what we gonna do to replace John Collins when he leaves so we can win the NBA title next year? Because those are gonna be my expectations.
We're not gonna let him walk, man.
Here's the thing: if JC is not on the roster next year, I fully expect us to have a higher level, higher caliber player to bounce off of Trae. They know the front office knows what they have. That's where the beauty. And I asked everybody here. I'm asking everybody here, who would you put on this team? That's the whole thing. We have everything in front of us. How do you?
We can go get a Robert Covington. Robert Covington can fit that spot perfectly.
There you go.
You get a player like that, somebody that can handle the ball, they can drive, they can apply pressure to defense.
How tall is Robert Covington?
6'7".
6'9".
He ain't 6'9". He's not the guy. He is not 6'9".
Pull him up. He's 6'9".
He's 6'9". Robert Covington, who used to play for Philly.
Pull it up. He's 6'9".
I got y'all. Y'all just keep talking.
Pull it up.
Hey, man. Hey.
I
ain't gonna say nothing, bro.
I like Covington.
Listen,
I'd rather
they sign him, if they sign him,
yeah.
Guess where I'm gonna be? Watching these fucking games. So it is what it is. And I'm gonna be watching the game still. If we sign Collins, if we don't, I just hope
Montrezl Harrell.
All I hope.
Ooh, that's a nice one.
What y'all think about Montrezl?
Lose him for nothing. That is my only word.
I like Montrezl.
6'7". I know he wasn't no damn 6'9". What the hell he was talking about, bro?
I've seen. You know how they post them taller than what they really are. I've seen them post
nigga, you
6'9".
just didn't
Somebody said earlier PJ Tucker do what John Collins can do.
PJ Tucker's 6'5", legitimately.
Hey, PJ Tucker was doing what John and Capella could do.
Doing what Milwaukee needs them to do.
PJ Tucker.
He did it in Houston too, man. He can hit that corner three.
Down here,
corner three rebounds.
Hell, you take about 70 pounds off me, and I can be PJ goddamn Tucker. Mike, you tripping today, bro?
70 pounds.
70 pounds off me.
Yeah.
I weigh 330. That's why I said that.
330. You gonna need more than that, boy.
PJ solid though. PJ might
PJ Tucker, he fat. Don't worry about it. He fat too.
But John can take advantage of PJ Tucker at that side.
And let me say one thing real quick.
John
Hold on.
can't take advantage of nobody.
Tucker didn't guard John Collins.
In the playoffs.
PJ Tucker didn't guard John Collins.
Chauncey, let him
But
say
he
something.
didn't take whoever he was guarding. to take advantage of whoever he was guarding or whoever's guarding him.
Hey, why
that's what you want to see.
Hey, how tall is Eddie, man?
Eddie Tavares?
No, Eddie, the truck driver, right here.
I'm 6'3".
6'6".
Oh, that's it.
I'm 6'3", 319.
Yeah. On to the next.
Everybody the same side.
Shit, we got a nice little squad right here.
I heard Eddie was
me and Eddie, we straight.
I heard Eddie was the Dublin player of the year, man.
Hey, nothing coming in paint with me and Eddie, Jack. It's straight physical. Hey, we just gonna need y'all.
I don't want to come in the post with me and Thompson.
Yeah,
bring your ass to the post with me and Thompson.
All we need y'all to do is shoot. We don't want to score.
Hey, Charles.
No, talk for yourself. Talk for yourself. I'm a shooter too.
You still got to get up and down the court, dog.
I ain't going down there. Get up and right down there on defense. Knock hell out somebody.
Down that court one time, gonna have a heart attack, bro.
Y'all already know what it's gonna be with me. I'm knocking hell out. Y'all ain't gonna need my outfit because Jamon, you gonna shoot. You ain't gonna pass. Luka gonna be out there trying to goddamn run, calling plays.
I'm point guard, dog. Hey, all day.
I do all the above.
Bro, give me the ball, bro.
Hey, nah, see, you don't know me.
Hey, Choppy, don't worry. I'll tell you exactly what to set the pick. I got you, dog.
Hey, no, man. Let me tell you,
I know to get me the ball from real.
Hey, you know who Mike look like? Mike look like one of the players when he get the ball. You be like, "Hey, Mike, pass me the ball." And he just look at you like,
no, hold on, Mike. You know, Mike, that cat. He'll miss his first 7 shots.
Like,
as soon as he make a shot, be like, "Bro, I'm hot."
Hey, who y'all looking at the draft, man? Who y'all want to draft?
I want Trae Man.
Moses right.
Yeah, because if we get Trae Man, then that alleviates two things. That alleviates backup point guard, and that alleviates Drew Williams.
You know what? You know what though, man? I wish somebody was, and I know I keep saying it. I wish that somebody will really get with Travis and find out what the hell is wrong with Hunter knee. I need to know that, man. I need to know what's wrong with this dude knee. Have they ever seen?
You didn't hear the report. He got a degenerative knee. He has a degenerative knee. That shit ain't gonna get no better.
I've never seen anybody.
He has a degenerative knee.
Oh, that sucks. I've never seen anybody come back.
That's bad, bro.
I've never seen anybody come back from. Yeah, that sounds bad. But I've never seen anybody come back from a knee injury.
I need confirmation on that, man.
But hold on, I've never seen anybody come back from a knee injury and then have to go back out. Like that shit scares me.
That fast, man. That fast. At that age, man. I mean, like you said, but real time, it's looking like he damaged goods already, man. We probably ain't gonna be able to look forward to him being a part of the future because of the fact his body ain't gonna allow him to do it. Just like Charles said, he's gonna be the NBA version of Todd Gurley. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Brandon Roy had that.
Let John Collins walk.
Except Brandon Roy. I think Brandon Roy.
DeAndre got a bad
both knees, I think.
But
you know what?
You know
what you can do with Hunter?
We back in around in 4 years.
You know what you could do with Hunter?
Jamal saying, "What's up, guys?"
If his knee is bad, if he can still give you, still give you 15 minutes on the court, then maybe we can use him as a guy coming off the bench as depth. I mean, still Hunter. If his knee is steep, if his knee is not,
take money.
Maybe he can give you 15. But guess what? Hey, when it's contract time though. Hey.
He was looking so damn good in the playoff, man, when it started, dog. I was like, man, this boy gonna be a bigger impact.
Hey, he was smooth, man.
Got used to
He's
him,
smooth
man.
ball player,
he was looking good, man.
He's so smooth, like you forget. He's like kind of a lockdown corner where you forget about him to even look at to appreciate how good he actually is. Like it's just people don't test him. You know, it's crazy how already he's earned that respect.
Hey, I got a question for Mike, man. I got a question for Mike. Hey, so say Collins leave, right? What do you think of what you think Reddish could play at a 4 beside Clint? What you think of that? Or you think he too light to play Collins' position?
We supposed to not have the under or something?
Well, I'm just saying if Hunter's not available. If Hunter's not available, because I'm saying Hunter knee is suspect. So I'm trying to look at players who we know can start and give you 25, 30 minutes off the rip. We already know.
Probably going to depend on the matchup.
while Mike's thinking about that, I'm going to say this again. You missed the whole point of Cam Reddish by moving him away from the 2 guard in the 2 guard.
I don't think he's a 2 guard.
But the 2 guard
exactly. But if you get a 6'10" 2 guard,
I know he can play. Listen. Just because you can play a position, don't mean that it's your position. Cam Reddish is a small forward, man. He's almost 6'9" with length.
Yes, over 6'9".
Yes,
He like 6'10".
Y'all see that comment?
Yeah, let's give Mike his props real quick.
No, stop.
Hey, y'all can have that basketball shit.
I don't see.
Y'all know where I be at. Y'all find me in that
funny.
gym.
I don't see Demond being good at basketball.
And we'll see who the king of the jungle is.
Man, he said Reddish. I see in the comments or whatever on Facebook saying Reddish not a ball.
He could be our Anthony Mason.
I mean, I kind of disagree with that.
Yeah, you can't. DeMar can't put his arms
I don't
straight
think
out no
that.
more.
I don't.
I can't what?
Yeah, I don't think Cam is on the where he can just play and showcase it.
Sorry, go ahead, Mike.
I don't
think Cam is on the team where he can show his ball handling, his passing abilities or whatever. But Cam can basically do everything that Kevin can do. So if you see Kev, what he can do for us, like running in the sense the offense, Cam can definitely do that.
And you got to remember,
and he showed flashes of it in his rookie season. Again, I'm not one who believe that players make something out the blue. This is why I'm hard on John Collins. Like, you either have to show flashes of it, some levels of your sports history. You know what I'm saying? Players don't usually just do stuff out the blue. Like, you get better at it. What we see from DeAndre Hunter, we saw on the college level. And if you go into high school, you saw at the high school level. It's just a matter of them tightening it up and getting it to an elite part of whatever level that they're now on, so that you can do it against people on that level as well. Cam's shown on each level that he can shoot, he can handle the ball, he can drive this and that. So it's a matter of him catching it up and being able to do it now on the NBA level. Kevin has shown that he can score himself, he can handle the ball. He's shown that on each level. It's just a matter of him doing it now. JC, I never seen him having post moves, putting the ball down on the ground and stuff like that. Like Gallo, he might be slow, but Gallo was doing that straight out of Italy. He was doing that with the Knicks when he was first drafted and stuff like that. Like, that's where my belief is just low. Like, all JC can do for me is continue to get more and more efficient, but he's already pretty darn efficient as it is on a catch and shoot situation. Other than that, I don't see the rest of it coming. I don't.
My thing,
Lou, you gonna love this, Lou.
Go ahead.
Love this. I got something for you, Lou.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna love this. Okay.
Damn, spit it out.
Cam Reddish. What school he went to?
Dude.
Out of what conference?
ACC.
DeAndre Hunter. What school he went to?
Is this a Moses Wright thing? I'm dropping you. This is Moses Wright.
Won ACC Player of the Year, though.
Hold on.
And DeAndre Hunter carried his team to a championship.
Don't cut me off.
My bad, bro.
This should not be Moses Wright, man.
What school he went to?
He went in Virginia.
Out of what conference?
ACC, man.
ACC.
Never heard it. What school he went to?
No, he went to Maryland.
ACC, Chelsea.
And the 20th pick in the NBA draft, the Atlanta Hawks select ACC Player of the Year. Moses Wright. What? Motherfucking profit. Y'all better believe it. Y'all better believe it, Moses.
I can't believe that.
ACC players, man.
Y'all better believe it, Moses.
I wouldn't be opposed to it. I think it's still high as hell.
John Collins. What school he went to?
Wait,
he went to Wake
Out
Forest.
of what conference? Y'all better believe in me, baby. Y'all better believe in me.
Hey, watch it. Hey, Trae Young.
I forgot what I was going to say after that anyways.
You was going to say Trae Young. Trae Young with the what school?
Oklahoma.
Yeah. Out of what conference?
No, but
let me tell you something. Lou, you're going to get money off this shit, man. I'm telling you now. They're going to charge. Look, Lou, you can charge for this shit, man. Hey, I'm telling you, Lou, I'm your prize pupil. Hey,
I got you.
Y'all better get on this new pack.
I got you.
Get on this new pack rap shit. Hey, we spend nothing but the facts and the real over here, baby.
This is for the fans. This is for the fans by the fans. But I will say this, getting back to it. This whole Cam Reddish thing, man. I was watching this young man's postseason conferences and watching him talk. And you can tell that he's just a shy guy with an insane amount of physical gifts. And what I'm seeing is a team that's rallying behind him. Where in high school, he was being moved around. When he got to Duke, it was a mission with RJ Barrett and Zion. It was like a whirlwind. But now he has a chance for something that he probably hasn't had in his life that may allow for this thing that we're all hoping for. And it could develop into something where, we might have a top 50 guy in the NBA of all time.
He is the X factor.
He is an X.
What we're going to do going forward.
Yep.
Just like whenever I heard Nate talking about what he plans for Cam to do in the summer league, so he want to put the ball in his hands. He want to let him run the offense. Let him get used to doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because he hasn't had an off season pretty much the whole time he's been in the NBA. He didn't have one last year because of COVID. He didn't have one.
This idea of the summer league is enticing, then, huh?
Yeah, he needs that time to just get acclimated back to the court because he's been out so long. You know what I'm saying? But then he want to.
Head coach Nate McMillan.
Go ahead, Charles.
Head coach Nate McMillan.
Yeah.
What college did he play at?
University of LP.
What college did he play at? What college did he play at? Answer the question.
I'm not sure about Arkansas. Did he play Arkansas?
No.
Nuh-uh. He didn't play Arkansas. He was in the ACC.
He was in the ACC, baby. Moses right, baby.
Come on, man. Come on, man. I can tell you.
I own Moses right though. I want him on the team. I like Moses right.
This is what I'm saying. Eddie. Let me tell you this. Moses Wright is going to be Nathan Knight. He's going to go to a team and have a chance to prove himself somewhere. Don't worry about him. If he's got that desire, he's going to blow a lot of these guys that are overhyped in their own heads out of the water because the kid works hard.
Exactly.
I'm not saying
the boy bad, man.
But what I'm saying is that there's no way a front office is going to invest a pick into him. They just won't.
Why?
They don't need to.
He was the ACC Player of the Year. If you're the best player of the ACC for the whole year, you got something to work with.
No, listen. All bullshit aside, I think Moses really got hurt. His draft stock really took a hit when he couldn't play in the NCAA tournament. Because
they needed to see that.
He dominated the ACC tournament. He dominated.
Me the last person in the NBA to get drafted where we talking, and they've been in the college for 3 years or more.
Thank you. Besides his birthday kid,
DeAndre Hunter.
John Collins.
No, these are all 2 year. These are all 2 year
John
kids.
Collins got drafted 19.
No, he was a redshirt sophomore.
DeAndre
played 4.
4-year guy.
No, he didn't. He played 2 and sat out. He was a redshirt 1 year.
How many years was he at Virginia?
Can I point out something about Travis real quick? Can I say something about Travis? Travis is genius because he drafted really young at the beginning, and now he's drafting a lot of older rookies, and so their ages are all about the same. The guy is pretty smart in what he's doing.
Well,
they're ready to come in and play. The older they are coming out, the more ready they ready to come in and play.
Yep.
The older they come out, the worse they are.
No, the more specialized they have to become. The more specialized, the older they are, the more specialized they have to be. Nah.
Having Travis is the main reason why I'm good with letting John Collins go because I know he's gonna do what he got to do to replace him. He's not gonna let us go into the season with that big hole sitting there without having nobody to replace him. Because we got Travis and every move he done made, he done drafted like we ain't never experienced this level of drafting in Atlanta Hawks history. Not since I've been a fan of him. You know what I'm saying? As far as
Fernando. What school Bruno Fernando went to, baby?
Maryland. Bruno need to return his
Travis, trusting Travis. I put it like that.
We need to get Bruno on the podcast because he's showing on the court.
Oh, that's funny.
Bruno was looking good that first year, man. I don't know what. I think when his mom passed, man, they kind of threw him for a loop, dog.
Hell,
he was looking good that first year. Now
he doesn't have any hands.
He was looking. He would look better that first year. He regressed.
Can he fight at least? Shit, we need an enforcer.
well, he the only motherfucker that done got suspended.
What do we do with Solomon Hill, guys? Do we bring Solomon Hill's guy back?
We need to re-sign Solomon Hill, man. I like
think
that.
What's Solomon Hill number? What is his salary cap number?
He was at 1.5 last year.
Yeah, he cheap.
Oh hell yeah! Not Tony Snell though. Not no 12 million.
Right.
No,
Oh no, he cheap, bro.
Tony gone.
Hey man, hey, when I heard
Love Solomon Hill.
when I heard Solomon Hill talk, I was like, what the fuck?
He talks so
that bitch smart, boy.
I thought he was gonna have
I
thought he was gonna have like a more deeper voice, man. He was
it
it kind of
He
caught
sound
me
like
off guard,
a
man.
professor.
It
sound
sounded
like
like,
a
you know
professor.
what? When he talked, exactly. When he talked, he sounded like a. I thought he was gonna say, you know what? Yeah, we doing this, we doing that, man. It sounded like I was in school, bro.
So
yeah.
I recall a lot of the younger guys giving really a lot of credit to Lou Williams, a lot of credit to the guy y'all were just talking about. Who do you think has had the most impact on our guys' ability to become professionals?
I think those two guys, and while he was here, I think Rondo helped those guys out a lot while he was here. I think he was kind of.
I'm just gonna say Solomon Hill because he was here the whole year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those two guys, Solomon for the whole year, Lou on the back end, and Rondo on the front end.
Yeah, and
hey, but let me ask y'all this question. Right quick.
Okay.
Are y'all really comfortable bringing Lou back as the backup point guard?
No,
he's not.
I feel like we need something different.
Lou is a scoring option. I bring him back as a scoring option, not as a backup point. We need a backup point guard. That's why I asked the question yesterday. Are we completely giving up on Brandon Goodwin?
Well, I would rather have TJ McConnell than Brandon Goodwin. I like Brandon.
I'd rather have Derrick Rose. Let's get Derrick Rose over here.
I don't want Derrick Rose. I don't like these older guys, man. I want to if I'm going to go away from Lou Williams, and I want to go all the way from Lou Williams. I want to get a young guy.
You know what? DeMond said the same.
Derrick Rose whooped our ass in that playoff now.
But let me tell y'all something, man. Listen, if we can get a Derrick Rose in here, Derrick Rose can give us the similar production that he gave the Knicks, and we ain't gotta wear him the fuck out like the Knicks did. Derrick Rose can come in and
that's true. That is true.
We ain't got the Knicks wore him the fuck out, bro.
You're right about that.
Because we stifled Randall. I think John Collins guarding him a little bit too. We ain't really talk about that too much.
No.
I mean,
they doubled that man. They was doubling that man.
Who
soon as he got down, then he got below the elbow. As soon as he got down below the elbow, they ran that double at him. They made him go back out. As soon as he went back out, then he nervous now. He nervous now. He can't shoot that. He couldn't shoot the outside shot. He was on his own head.
Yeah, he got knees of a 54-year-old for real. Hey, so as we're winding down, we're getting closer to the end. We're gonna try to get into this last topic that I did want to talk about. We're seeing a very unique time in the NBA. You know, as being 44, I got to see it. You know, right when I started watching, it was all the old cats passing the torches to all the new cats, and then we got to see it again when Michael was starting to go and Vince and stuff was all coming in. And we're seeing it now. LeBron's, obviously on his tail end, and we're seeing the torch being passed. We're starting to see the NBA trying to pick a new face. It seems like they're picking Luka Doncic. What do y'all feel about that? And what's y'all's opinion about Trae's role in this new face of the NBA? I mean, because this is a new time for us for sure.
I feel like they tried to pick Luka. But Booker and Trae bust on the scene. Was like, look at him. We play a better brand of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Luka's cool, but if you look at Luka and the style that he plays like a quasi James Harden type of style. He beats the air out the ball. He gets the ball. He's taking the shots. You got your player, your teammates standing around watching you play, and now they disgruntled because you heard Porzingis coming out saying, "I don't even know what my role is on the team," because they didn't watching play. But when you come to watching Atlanta play, that's why we get good ratings, because we play a good sound brand of basketball and it's exciting to watch. Everybody touch the ball. So everybody's a factor, you know what I'm saying? You ain't never got a player that's not involved in the game and mentally focused, because Trae get everybody involved in the game. I feel like that just because of Trae's him playing to the crowd and that style, we're gonna
the new face is a lot of guards too. You notice that? It's a lot of
I think, man, I think, and I have to be completely honest, as much as it pains me to say this, the torch getting passed to Luka Doncic, because that's what they want. And the only other guy I can see it being passed to is our guy, because our guy has solidified himself as the consummate. Trae turned himself into the bad guy. You know, everybody loves the bad guy. You know what I mean? I know it sounds strange, but everybody loves, either you love or hate him. Trae turned himself into the bad guy. When he took that fucking bow in Madison Square Garden after he got spit at and all that shit there, which I'm gonna tell you, my NBA career would have been over from that point because I am. But it's going to be Luka or Trae, because Luka is the guy who you love. You know, everybody loves Luka and they hate Trae. So hey, I'm kind of seeing it's kind of reminding me of the 79-80 Magic.
Bird and Johnson, yeah.
I'm seeing that a little bit with Luka and Trae. The only thing about it is we need the Mavericks to catch up with us, because I know the whole NBA world just knew that the Mavericks was going to be where the Hawks was, but they keep going home in the fucking first round. But what I'm seeing as far as the torch being passed is going to be either Luka Doncic or Trae Young.
I don't know about the Trae Young thing, but do you think it has to be passed to an American? Because like they can't go represent the United States. Like when D Wade and Bosh and LeBron, you know, they were the faces, like, but they were also representing the USA. Does that play a part anymore, or is the NBA going full on international?
You know what? I want to watch my comments about that, because you know I don't want to have to be forced to have to apologize like Stephen A. Smith did. So I'm gonna reserve what I have to say on that. But no, all seriousness, it kind of makes sense for it to be passed to an American. That's why Trae may have. See, I'm gonna tell you, if Trae's in these NBA finals, it's a no-brainer. It'll get passed to him, because again, everybody see.
It's interesting that you said Trae, because Trae might be good for them because he's American and he'll also trigger Luka every time.
Yeah, like because basically we was ridiculed for that trade. Now, all of a sudden, Cam Reddish hit 3 threes. They were like, "Oh, wait a minute."
Yep,
he was part of that trade. Hey, the Hawks may have won that trade. No, motherfuckers, we knew we won the trade from the beginning.
We straight up went from losing that trade to, hey, that trade might be even, to oh shit, they won the trade.
Yeah. We knew we won
real fast too.
You know, that's why when they were like, "Oh, these Hawks may be legit." No, listen, no, we knew we was legit, motherfuckers. Y'all
got to trade LeBron and turn him into something.
Man, cut the bullshit, man. I swear, that's why when people get so upset and get so riled up, like I am on here. But this is us talking. Get so riled up about ESPN and all that shit there, and I'd be like, why? They ain't been fucking with us. So why come on. All right, I'm gonna use my street vernacular a little bit. Let me tell you something. If a person don't fuck with me in the streets and ain't never fuck with me, I ain't gonna look for them to fuck with me. Correct me if I'm wrong, Eddie.
No, that's how it go. Don't start doing new shit now once you see me come up.
So listen, I wouldn't give it a shit about no accolades from ESPN. Guess what? That's why I loved it when Trae turned himself into the bad guy. I loved it. I loved it when Trae became the bad guy. I said, and me and Damon talked about it. Listen, Trae will become the face of the league once he just accepts. See, Trae wanted to be accepted. He wanted to be the good guy. No, bro. Hell, you're hanging with the Migos and all that shit there. Listen, you done pissed off the whole state of New York. No, you the bad guy now.
I don't care about any of the good guy, bad guy shit. What I'm happy is that we had a player that didn't buckle under the pressure. It didn't even feel like he was feeling the pressure.
That's why he got to be the bad guy.
He fed off of that shit.
He fed off it
every time.
Whether you want to make that into the good guy or the bad guy, I don't care.
But
he wasn't scared of the moment.
Only a bad guy
can be the bad guy any day.
Only
be the motherfucking bad guy.
The bad guy can feed off the pressure. Because guess what? The only thing Trae keeps saying, oh, man, I love the jabs he was throwing. Hey, not bad for a team that didn't have no all-stars.
Oh yeah, he was killing it.
Or no all NBA team.
Yeah. How do you think he feels about that? Do you think he wanted to play in the NBA or for the USA team? Because they cut him, right?
I think he should have been there. I think he should have been.
But the team cut him, right?
I think he should have been there. I think they put that shit on Pierce. But Lord ain't got no fucking power. That's
know damn well he's the one that pretty much said don't put Trae on this team.
You think they really care about what Lloyd Pierce say?
On the team?
I mean, I get it. I understand. Now, if you want to have an issue with Lloyd because he didn't stand up for Trae, y'all have everybody got a right on that. But that's Greg Popovich, and I agree with everybody. I think Pop's time is up as far as coaching the Olympic team. They need to pass that to like a younger coach who can get across to these kids. They can't give it to Lloyd because Lloyd too stuck in his goddamn ways. I think we all found that out when he was here. So they gonna have to give it to somebody like, I'm gonna say maybe hell, I would with Ty Lue or somebody like that. You know, somebody who could possibly get across to this younger generation.
Are you trying to say you should put a little color in it? Is that what you're trying to get to?
No, it don't have to be. It don't have to be a color. It don't have to be color. It could be shit. Hell, it could be Eric Spoelstra.
I do like Eric Spoelstra.
Yeah.
I think he's a smart coach. Well, does anybody else have anything on the face of that's different on the face of the NBA or just even experiencing it? Like, because we got a chance to experience it really fast with the injuries and stuff like that. I thought that was kind of cool too.
Damon and Mike, we waiting on y'all. What y'all got to say?
Oh, I mean, I believe that, yeah, like you said, they're trying to pass it on to basically Luka. If not Luka, basically like Giannis or whatnot, though. But it's definitely an international push. It's been that way ever since they even switched the rookie sophomore game to like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, us versus them.
To US versus world. And I guarantee you, in probably 5 years, the main All-Star game is going to be U.S. versus world. Mm-hmm. I can bet that. Like, they already switched it up with a little playground pick a style thing or whatever. I can easily see that happening.
Dumbest shit ever. But
I'm saying I can easily see it happen. Like I just feel like that's the objective. And then at the same time, y'all wonder why the team look like it does United States wise. But as us being the top league, we're putting a lot of resources into the world, put it like that, So, and I think that I don't think they too much thinking that it need to be an American or whatnot, because media don't even think about that.
Mike, I agree with you. I agree with what you said. I think it was my post when you was like, we may be kind of we might be kind of looking past the international players. Yeah, hell. Well, everybody's just saying Nigeria. Then I looked at Nigeria's roster. I'm like, hold on, wait a minute.
I told you.
Oh, hey, and then they lost Australia, and I looked at them. I'm like, wait, hold on.
Eagles.
Oh, wait a minute.
And they only beat.
Damn, all of them got NBA rosters though. Damn, all of them.
Yep.
And the thing about it, Argentina only got one, and that's Campazzo, I think, the backup from Denver that gave Trae a little hell or whatever. And then they got Luis Scola, but Scola old now. But it ain't like Argentina when Ginobili was there, because that Argentina used to give US hell though. Still, that time.
Like when I seen Matisse Thybulle and goddamn. Who else was that on Australia team?
These guys, you ain't even know that was like from places. You're like, hold on now. Yeah,
that boy used to play for Utah.
You got Baines on Australia. That boy Baines.
The center. The big center. Right
yeah, the center, Aaron Baines.
Yeah.
Dante Exum. He played for him.
And guess what, man? Hey, something else of note on that. Canada got a nice squad and they didn't even qualify.
No, that's a shame too. That's a team I was following in the internationals. I've always liked RJ Barrett. I thought we were gonna have a chance of drafting him, but I was watching that team and what a disappointment, man. They the thing is, like, RJ played decent, Wiggins played decent. Like, it just didn't happen. I don't know. It was really weird.
RJ a ball hog, man. Him going off, it's like
RJ sucks.
Yeah, it's almost misleading, man. It can also
he shot the Knicks out of
be bad for
He did. He shot the Knicks out of couple.
Yeah, it's like he has an overly high standard for himself, and it's like he gotta kind of get that together, man.
And his head shaped funny. I don't want nobody on our team with no funny shaped ass head like that. Like your mama that shaped it with some shit.
Hey, The Knicks love him, man. I listened to a lot of, especially when we were in that playoff series, I listened to a lot of the Knicks fan shows, and they think he's the next thing in the NBA. I mean, they talk about, I wouldn't trade it for
Because he got
Damian.
drafted number 3. You got to
Yeah,
think that he's
you
going to be the
got
shit
to.
because he got drafted number 3. But the production don't get me Cam before you get me
Yeah.
RJ. I'm glad we got the player off that team that we got. I wanted Zion, true enough. I
How
didn't
do you
think we
feel
had a
about
good
Zion
chance of
now?
getting him. But
Now you see him in the NBA. What do you think about Zion now? Because everybody's pushing for Zion, and nobody mentioned him when I said, "Hey, who do you want to put on this team?" I don't think he's the right fit for our team.
I don't. He seemed like he's gonna have these health issues and this weight issue. You know what I'm saying? As far as him, like his play, I like him because he's a burly dude. He's somebody that can pretty much give you that power game that you want on the team. You know what I'm saying? You can't really stop him. You get him in the post, you can't really stop him. That's an element that we don't have. You know what I'm saying? He's a good ball handler. He's a damn good passer from his position. He got a pretty good outside shot. Shit, I'd love to have him on our team. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm gonna tell you. It's one guy.
imagine him and Trae together.
Yeah,
That's
It's one guy.
yeah, you're right.
This guy that I failed to mention earlier. I'm gonna tell you. It's a guy I always love this game. I feel like he don't get no respect where he is, and I think he played a power forward position. I would love to see Kyle Kuzma here.
Really?
I'm a big.
You know, he bleaches his hair and does all kind of weird, effeminate.
Well, all of them weird. All of them weird.
All the young kids are.
Yeah, all of them weird. But,
I don't know about fake ass Rick Fox.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
Now you're being racial. Now. Look. We know he light skinned. Yeah. I understand, but for real though, man, I like Kyle Kuzma.
He comes super cheap too, and that's what I'm saying. It's like, look at all these options when it comes to a replacement of John Collins. What he really is.
He ain't consistent though. He ain't consistent at all, man.
Well, now the thing about he can't be consistent because the two positions that he played is being held by LeBron, who gonna play for 40 years, Anthony Davis.
He did say that recently. He said he got about. He did the old Miami thing again. He said 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years.
Who said that?
LeBron. He said he wants to play in Lakers for the next 7 years.
LeBron need to get out.
Want to play till his son get in the league, man.
LeBron need to get out the way and let Kuzma play, man. LeBron over, bro. Yeah, you can still perform.
Kuzma ain't that deal, man.
So I have
when AD went out, he was in there starting, and he ain't put it down like that, man. I want to see him turn it on. He didn't do it. It never came through. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, he didn't do it like AD. But I mean, bro. I mean, you know what? I think get him away from LeBron. I like to see somebody. You know, even if it's not us, I like to see if you got him away, because I truly believe I'm about to get called a LeBron hater. I believe LeBron holds some folks back, bro.
No, I can see that now. Just a little bit.
Yeah.
No, I ain't giving no player that excuse, because people saying that LP held players back. They saying LeBron held players. Look at here, if you got the talent, when you get your ass out there on that court, can't nobody stop you from being who you are.
Right.
That's just like look at MJ. Look at MJ whenever him and Scottie Pippen played together. You can arguably say that as far as talent goes, Scottie was better than Michael overall. Because he did more on the court. He contributed more on the court.
Well, LP,
if MJ didn't stop Scottie or them other boys from balling like they was gonna ball, I ain't seen another bigger person down in the league than Michael Jordan was when he played. Yeah. So if they ain't stopping him, come on, man. You can't be stopped.
He got okay. I give you that. I give you what you said, but on the same token, man, hey, shit different now than it was back then, and you know it. Like Kuzma is in a position. First of all, you playing with two guys. One of the guys who is literally the face of the NBA world. He the face of the NBA world, and LeBron. It ain't no secret. LeBron done got rid of motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But no, I mean, I agree. This is the first time, because of LeBron's age in a sense or whatever, he kind of fall back to like to AD in a sense, or he'll allow AD to kind of do certain things or whatever though. But like normally, especially at that position or whatever, man, you're gonna be like a spot up shooter with LeBron. I mean, that just like if he's not like basically another ball handler or whatever. Like, I mean, yeah, happy with Kevin Love and happy with Chris Bosh.
That's pretty much
I mean,
that's pretty much everybody.
And then another thing too.
When Brandon
I'm
Ingram
not-
got the hell out of LA.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I'm not necessarily a Kuzma fan, but at the
Mhm.
same time, I'm not a Lakers fan, so I can't really break down Kuzma like that or say what I see from him. Because I mean, I'll be lying if I tried. But at the same time, though, we all, like you saying, Chauncey, we see what happened with the rest of the boys, though. You know what I'm saying? They got out of there. The rest of the guys that they traded. I mean, I don't feel like Lonzo Ball playing bad. Lonzo is playing. I feel like is playing well. I mean, yeah, he probably be on another team next year, but the fact that he's been on multiple teams already, I don't think that's really like a bad thing as much as people probably make it seem. But Lonzo's playing well. You see Julius Randle. You see Brandon Ingram. That's 2 all-stars since they left. You see your boy, who else? Jordan Clarkson. You know what I'm saying? He's basically a 6th man of the year candidate.
Yeah, he's balling like a motherfucker.
He balling.
Yeah, so
They got
I mean, who knows, man? I mean,
D-Lo,
Kuzma probably
you say
there right
D-Lo,
now,
Mike?
like probably like
Shit,
shoot, man,
D-Lo.
get me out of here.
Yeah,
D-Lo.
D-Lo. Bro.
Yeah, D-Lo too. D-Lo a whole ball on himself. I mean, you know, Minnesota ain't really winning like that, but D-Lo
Yeah,
go out
no,
there
get
and
over
get
that
you
snitching accusation, though.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Hell, Kobe snitch. Hell, Kobe
He said
snitch.
he told me, yeah,
Yeah, he said he told y'all his name was the Black Mama. He told you he was a slave from the jump.
He said he called himself Black Mama after that. That's what it was. He like he said he accepted. Yeah, I'm gonna accept it. That's what it is.
Yeah, but you know what it is. You know what time it is. He tell you what it is.
Well,
So
I guess I was gonna say I guess we're kind of gonna start wrapping it up. I do have one final little just a question for y'all that I just want y'all to throw it out, and it's in honor of Eddie being here. But y'all's opinion of Eddie Jones. Y'all remember Eddie Jones?
Yeah.
Fast Eddie.
Fast. So
I met that dude. I met that dude at the Rolex in Miami one time whenever I was running them streets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He was down at the
what's going on
joint.
there? But y'all met there.
Yeah. Hey, and over there by the pool tables, he up in there. Matter of fact, me, him, and remember the guy Antoine Jameson?
Jameson,
He was
yep.
all in there at the same time. Yeah, shooting pool and shit.
That's
What you
cool.
talking about? You talking about laid back, cool dudes? Both of them dudes cool as hell, man.
Hell
Look at
yeah.
Eddie's face when he reminiscing, man. You could tell he had a good time back then. You could tell he was like, oh.
Boy,
Hey, you see that
Rolex
smile on his
was.
face, bro? Hey, you see that smile?
But you
Hey,
wouldn't even
Rolex.
believe it, Demond. If I told you, you wouldn't even fucking believe it.
Hold on. Any of y'all ever been to the Rolex? Ain't none of y'all ever been to the Rolex?
I haven't been.
You have?
I have not been.
Demond, Mike, y'all ain't never been to Rolex?
Nigga, you know my wife?
He's still living out there. Hell no.
Rolex is like Rolex.
Hey, she might watch this anyways. You couldn't get an honest answer. Come on now.
Yeah. Rolex is a hey, husband and wives go there together sometimes.
Man,
Yeah,
nobody want to
real.
go to no strip club with no spouse.
That's funny. Well, but that's cool, man. Like I just thought, I always thought Eddie Jones was, he gets underappreciated as we move further and further away from his era, and he was one of those guys.
Hey, Lou.
Man,
Who was the guy he played with in college? Remember back when did he play at Temple?
I think he did
What did
play
he play
Temple.
in college?
It was with
He
Camby,
played at
right?
Temple.
Marcus
There
Camby.
was another guy in the backcourt with him, though. It was
Mark
somebody else in
Macon.
the backcourt with him.
Mark Macon.
I think it was Mark Macon.
Mark Macon.
There was some
Shaking bacon.
bad shooting motherfuckers, boy.
Yeah.
That was a squad.
Yes,
was-
sir.
Yeah, I know, but I will always remember because I was a young kid. He did this like on a fast break. He did this finger roll that just I've never seen anybody do it like this, where he just did it from so far away, and it just showed so much skill.
Yeah.
It was just it's nasty highlight, man. It's one of those.
Eddie had
Yeah.
a sweet jumper too, man.
Was that?
He had a sweet jumper too.
Yeah. Damn,
Yeah.
that team also had Aaron McKee. That's right.
Yeah, Aaron McKee. That's his name. That's who it was. Aaron McKee. Aaron McKee got drafted to the 76ers. When
Yeah.
Aaron McKee played over there whenever the Kim Bay and
AI.
Derek Snow played. No, he played with Derek Snow first. I don't think AI got there yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, y'all got there in
He was on the team.
Oh, 90.
Oh, they
Hey,
were
I got there in 97, 96.
96, 97, something like that.
I came in the '96 draft. That team that they lost to the Lakers in the finals. You had Snow, AI, McKee, Mutombo, What was that power forward name?
What was it? He was not a good looking man either. What? Is that the one where is that the one where they stepped over when he stepped over Ty Lue?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the finals. Yeah.
Oof, that was a good finals, man. Because
Who the hell was that power forward?
Philly had no business being there. You know.
Yeah, that power
Was it
forward.
Elton Brand? That wasn't Elton Brand, was it?
No.
No, Brand wasn't there.
Nah, it was like the guy Ty. It's like Ty.
Tyrone Hill.
Ty Corbin.
Yeah, Corbin. It was something like that.
Tyrone Hill.
I think it was Tyrone Hill. And that
Tyrone Hill.
I know when y'all got a computer or a phone. Why don't y'all
we struggling. We all old.
All this technology, and y'all over here trying to think back.
I don't know how to do all that shit. That's why I always refer to Mike. I let Mike do that shit. But Mike said yeah. But
yeah, Mike had to bounce. But
yeah, but man, look, bro. Hey.
Tyrone Hill.
Yo, Tyrone Hill.
Yeah, Tyrone Hill was ugly too, man.
That's what I'm saying. He's not in the track. I just remember that part. It was like, okay. Ooh, what happened there?
I don't know.
That's something. That motherfucker had the sharpest elbows you ever want to see in the NBA. Period.
Listen, I never
believe so many people with gas over their eyes.
I never say somebody's ugly, but I will say they must have been a beautiful baby.
That's a good way to put it.
Personality.
Yeah, the young rock, bro, man.
Hey, when they say Eddie, hey, he make the ladies laugh.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He keep them laughing.
Another dude that
played the alcohol.
A dude named Mark something. It was Mark something. A dark skinned dude that played in the paint with him. He did some work for him too. He was like a
You're not talking about Marcus Camby, are you?
No. His name was Mark something. Mark.
Bro, just Google it, man.
Bro, I don't know how to do that like that. You got all them goddamn computers over there, Sarge. Shit.
Yeah, you got an office in that motherfucker. You don't even want to pull it up.
Y'all Navy dudes.
Look out for the cookout tomorrow. Look out for the cookout, baby.
You see,
I don't know. If I'm going out with Navy guys though. They party though.
Yeah, because they trying to get you drunk so they can sleep with you, Lou. Be careful.
I went to Georgia Tech. I had to learn how to defend myself against that early on. So
yeah, be careful, man. Them Navy boys, man. That's why they call them boat boys, man. That's why they call seamen for a reason, bro. Seaman first class, Chauncey.
Oh, y'all are wild. Anyways, I guess that's a good way to start winding down the show.
Sir,
man.
Wasn't you a seaman, Chauncey? Chauncey, wasn't you a seaman?
So we are going to do this again.
Like y'all start out being privates.
Yeah.
Now, what was you though? Hey, what was you though? You was a seaman, right?
I started out being a seaman, then I wound up being a petty officer.
Was you a seaman or were you skeeting seaman?
Chauncey probably got some babies somewhere in Japan or something. Them Navy dudes go to Japan, they call them babies, man, and then leave on the boat.
That's like you're supposed to. I know no new bitch.
I had a good time in Japan. Y'all go to hell.
I heard it goes down over there.
Eddie, and not one condom was used over there.
One of my favorite comedians, Darnell Rollins. He that's what he did. He actually was stationed in Korea, I believe, and got himself a Korean woman.
Yeah, Mystical was in the Navy.
No, he was in the Army, bro.
Mystical, they told me he was in the Navy.
Mystical was in the Army.
Okay.
Cat Williams was in the Marines.
I got wrong information on that. I was told.
Look at Marcus. No one more professional than I. I'm a non-commissioned officer, leader of soldiers. As a non-commissioned officer, I realize I'm a member of a Tom-Honored Corps, which is known as the backbone of the Army. I still know that creed.
Y'all motherfuckers good at cleaning out barracks and shit, man.
Hey, we be brainwashed like a motherfucker in the Army, dog.
y'all good at landscaping, cutting the grass and shit.
Hey, bro, we be so brainwashed in the Army. That shit hilarious, man.
They brainwashed the Navy too.
I ain't even gonna lie, man. Like that shit just be automatic. Like when you see an officer, you just be like, it's brainwashed.
Yeah, not me. I got in trouble for not saluting one of them ugly motherfuckers. Fuck them.
Hey, now I be going on base with my full beard. I be waiting for somebody to say, but I dare somebody to say something to me. Dare them.
How good are y'all still at making y'all's bed?
Oh, hell yeah, I can make a bed.
Hey, it's 3 things you're going to learn how to do in the military, buddy. You're going to learn how to swab a deck, make a bed, and in the Navy, paint. That's it. Oh, excuse me.
I learned I learned how to make my bed in the feds.
Yeah, right. Same thing. That's why I got more
See,
experience
hey,
there.
Lou, there you go, Lou. You can start a new podcast. You got a soldier, a sailor, and a felon. There you go. Right there.
Hey, that's Npc Rap.
That's right. Oh man.
Soldier,
Hey,
sailor, felon
Lou,
podcast.
I think you can wrap this up, Lou.
Yeah. I'm about to wrap it up, and I am gonna put a little pressure on you two guys because I think y'all two should do a show with me producing it, and we should definitely work on that in the back ends. But we do got some shows coming up. We're gonna do after summer league. We're definitely gonna go around the NBA on how teams have stacked up. We're gonna do pretty soon here. We're gonna do a draft pick show before the draft, so be looking for that. It's gonna be a lot of yeah. We're gonna have a lot of information on that. And after that, we'll see y'all next week, man. We got a bunch of good shit coming up, but yeah, go onto the channel, subscribe, tell your friends. We're gonna definitely by this time next playoffs, man, we're gonna be the base for everybody to come and get good fan.
Lou, I want one of them hats, man.
I got you, dog. I got you.
Yeah, that bitch is fine though. That bitch.
Hey, Lou, how far are you from Vegas?
I don't know, because I got that mountain range in my way, so it would probably have to be if I drove there.
Lou, where you at in Colorado?
Yeah, I'm in Denver.
Colorado.
Oh yeah, he high now. He just smoked. I know you smoke.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely do. Shit, my main sponsor is Flickwick. By the way, good time to plug that. Flickwick. You can take it. Take a little product.
Hey, Lou, look at that. No, we gotta talk about this off of here.
It's really good for lighting blunts.
Hallelujah.
Yeah, it's really good for lighting blunts, if you know what I mean. So,
my man.
Hallelujah.
Hey, what did Joe Clark say? It killed your brain cells, Lou. It killed your brain cells.
Actually, I don't know. Like my mind's wild, man. It just goes. So when I smoke weed, it helps me focus. So
I was asking, man. I was just speaking to my wife, man, and I might swing out there, not Colorado, but swing out Vegas for a summer league, but only for a weekend though. So it'd be like I would probably fly Thursday, do Friday, Saturday, and come back Sunday. I'm trying to see the schedule when the Hawks play. Right.
I'd definitely be interested in that because I'd fly in for sure.
Yeah, I'm definitely out of that, man. Shit, man, I had to find out what the mega bus prices is. Y'all rich motherfuckers do all that.
Well, it's cheap. It's cheap to fly to Colorado. I mean, fly to Vegas from Texas.
Yeah, and same here from here.
It's like $60.
I had to jump in Eddie's truck with him. Shit,
this is hot. Yeah. But if Eddie's coming through, shit, well, I'll take a ride, dog.
Shit, I'm headed to Vegas in October, man. Beginning of October.
Nice.
Me and wifey anniversary. You know what I'm saying? I'm going out that bitch and fuck up some shit, fuck up some commas.
That's awesome.
You know, if you ready to ride, no Charles, just let me know. I'm up in the A every day. Ready to ride, just let me know.
Man, holla at me, bro. My house is the party spot. My house is the party spot.
You heard him. You heard him.
It's in my house right now.
Hey, you better hope you don't watch this.
Oh my God. She knows what kind of personality. She knows about my
yeah, that's funny.
God bless your wife.
Yeah, right.
God bless the mother.
I gotta salute Eddie on that one, bro.
Yeah, that was great. I thought the mom would pick up on that and not say it again, but he made you come right back out and put you on blast.
He put me right back out on Front Street shit, man.
You thought he was going to slide that one in.
No, man, because
exactly. Exactly. I got you though, Eddie.
Chauncey was talking, so I wanted him to say it like right when I asked him because it sounded better than.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell y'all something though. A bit of advice, Lou and Eddie. A bit of advice, boy. Don't goddamn talk to Damon if you have a problem with your bro. Damon had me ready to chop that motherfucker's head off. When Damon got finished with me, you know, after my little situation, I got on the phone. I said, you know what? I'm gonna fuck that bitch up. Then I was like,
you had Chauncey over there in front of the computer pecking like trying to figure out what
Demon is the worst
for harassment. What's the charge for harassment? What's the manslaughter charge?
Oh man, it was just because you know, when you see somebody trying to do good, man, to a woman,
ungrateful person.
They don't accept that shit. That shit, you know what I'm saying? You know, I just had to tell Chauncey how I was feeling. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like if that
You
was
can't make them happy. You gotta shake the shit out that bitch every now and then. You still love her.
Yeah. Hey, who said I forget that? He goes, I won't hit a girl, but I'll shake the shit out of her.
Yeah.
That was,
I ain't gonna hit you, but I'll shake the shit out you.
You know what's amazing?
You know what you could do? Or you know what you do if you don't want to shake her? She can accidentally trip and fall, bro.
Oh Jesus! That's some, hey, not like that, but that's some Colorado type shit, man. That's what they do out here. You know what I mean?
Motherfuckers always seem to call me and ask me for
you
advice.
Ever did a wrestling abortion?
Boy, hey, Lou, go in this shit, man. This shit evidence. Hell no.
Hey, Eddie.
The weather's nice out here today.
If your girl ever come to you and say she's pregnant, right, and you don't want the baby, right? You do like Eddie. You go like this, Eddie. You be like, "Hey, girl, come here," and then y'all just play wrestle, and then when it's your opportunity, you just bow right in the stomach real quick. Bow.
Jesus, all right.
I get rid of all that shit done. You ain't shit, Jamal.
We'll let that part out. We'll let that part out.
That's before.
Yeah, we'll let that part out.
I'm like Trick Daddy Eddie. Eddie love the babies.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, plus, what's that? You got $150 for doing it the other way.
I mean, bro, that's before Plan B. Plan B was Plan B $50.
So the Hawks logo, these hats, huh? They're pretty dope, right? Yeah, we'll get that going.
Bitches are, man.
We'll get that going. Hey,
did you make that or did you buy that somewhere?
Oh, I bought it. I was just trying to change. I was just trying to change the conversation.
That shit, bro.
I was just trying to change the conversation. I kind of was hoping that I didn't put any bad juju on it by watching that game 6, but I don't know.
You know what I love about Lou, man? Lou be so fucking passionate, man. So like when Lou types something in the chat, I actually read it with passion.
Yeah, that's one thing I can't say is that's that Puerto Rican in me. I'm passionate about the shit I like.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for real.
I got to get at y'all. Y'all good at that typing. Me, I type how I talk. So if that shit don't make sense, sometimes I don't make sense when I talk. But I make sense to me. So fuck everybody else. But that's why I do a lot of video comments, man. I'm not going to take 30 minutes to type where I can say it down 20 seconds.
Hey, that's a business move right there, my man.
Yeah, but everybody don't want to see your face all the time, bro.
It's a business transaction.
Well, I'm just not getting in the check, so y'all stay tuned for my shit. It's coming though, believe that.
Nice. Come on, let me tell you something. It's already been told. I'm a big sexy motherfucker.
That's been established.
Who told you that? Who told you that?
Anybody from the opposite sex. If you the bitch you want.
Yeah, we might as well be in the after show at this point. This is what
you know what?
Hey, I remember when Chauncey. When I first met Chauncey in the group, man, Chauncey, he thought he was a fly dude. He used to dye his hair all black and shit.
Oh, man, fuck you.
Oh, my God. You going way back.
He used to dye his beard and shit. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He's snitching on you.
I know. He's D-Love.
I'm not snitching. All you got to do is go back and look at his old pictures, man.
Look, no.
I think Chauncey's a sexy big guy. Come on now.
I didn't have facial hair for a while. I would shade the facial hair, but I damn sure put that paint in my damn head until I'm fucking up.
Hey, the other day they had a picture of LeBron watching his kid play, and that shit looked gray as fuck. So you know he'd be dyeing his.
Man, LeBron need to go and give up, get a ball head.
Yeah.
A ball head.
Hey, all the greats do it. Kobe did it. Michael did it.
Bro, you see this? It's a full head of hair right here, bro. What you talking about?
No. We talking about LeBron.
Oh, LeBron. I thought
LeBron needs
full head of hair.
Yeah, LeBron
and I ain't got no. I think I had like one gray hair in my beard.
I definitely got one coming. They coming. It's coming.
Man, I gave up the
time is undefeated.
That's what I told my daddy. I said, I thank you, Daddy. You didn't give me the height I wanted, but you gave me the goddamn genetics because he gave me the Asian genetics.
I've always thought black people and Asian people aged really well.
Asians? I don't think so.
Asians age well, but then they fall off like really bad. But they maintain.
Yeah, Asian women fall off quick. They fall off hard, bro.
They fall off hard, but it takes a while.
It's like when they hit like they lay 30, it's like all the wrinkles just pop up at once. Bing!
Yeah, pretty soon, probably in like 3 months, we won't be able to have that conversation.
All of them hoes be looking like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah,
at 35.
See, there go Eddie right there. Stop Asian hate.
No, I'm just being honest. They don't look good after about 35. They all look like Mr.
I'm
Miyagi.
laughing because that's what
Asian
me and Lou was
folks.
saying.
Asian folks. His name is Eddie Carswell. His name is
I'm donating to the fund right
one thing
now.
about old Eddie don't
Eddie
give a flying
Coswell,
fuck. So I ain't the one.
Yeah.
I'm not Stephen A. I'm not gonna do no apologizing.
Also known as Joe B.
Yeah, right. Hey, Eddie's like, send that shit to John Collins. State Farm.
And I want to make an announcement, to people. I am this
Lou.
podcast's version of Kwame Brown.
Hey,
Don't
Lou.
fuck with me.
Let me tell you something, Lou. Between me, Chauncey, and Eddie.
What's up with your
Hold
homeboy?
on, Chauncey.
Hey,
Lou.
Eddie, your homeboy
Between
Kwame.
me, Chauncey,
Hold on,
and
Chauncey.
Eddie, it's about we got to combine about 15 Facebook pages.
Oh, I know, right? I know, right? Go ahead, Chauncey.
You got Joe B, Eddie Coswell.
Eddie got like 7. Hey, I was like, yo, I got to follow Eddie like every 3 months.
What black? What is?
I'm the best that ever do. I gotta make me a new one now because I'm fucking suspended. I'm the best that ever do it. Try to tell you, long as they make email addresses.
Where you get the name Joe B from, bro?
That was my daddy's name.
Oh, cause I was like,
that's why I call myself Joe.
I said,
yeah, that was my daddy. That was my daddy's nickname.
Because actually, I thought that was a hacked account when I first seen it. I was like, who the fuck is
no, I'm actually Eddie Carswell Jr. You know what I'm saying? And my daddy was Joe B, so I call myself Joe B Jr. on the page. You know what I'm saying? My dad dead. You know what I'm saying? So
what's your middle name?
Keep the name alive.
Okay.
Yeah,
Eddie Carswell Jr.
I don't know where Chauncey get his name from.
That's my older pops.
You got Chauncey.
Well, hold on, you have Antonito or something like that. I just picked up on that
what
part.
The hell is that bullshit?
I just picked up on that part. I was like, this motherfucker.
Antonito. He probably say it with an accent. He probably say it with an accent too.
Exactly.
Antonito. Hey, look, I had to shake the Facebook goons, man. They was on me, bro. I had to shake them. You know what's so funny, Eddie? You know what's so funny? They steal that account, my account now. I guess they put 2 and 2 together and they suspended my current account.
They suspended both of your accounts
for 3 days, bro.
If you're using the same, listen, if you're using the same email address, if you're using the same email address for both accounts, they're gonna suspend both accounts.
No. If you're using the same IP address, so even if you got the same computer, they checking it by something even more rudimentary than that. Because that's why I had to have Michael. That's why I had to have Michael set all this up. Because every time I hooked it up to Facebook, it would be like, nah, bro, you done, son. So I had to get Michael to do it on the low all the way over there. So
how long you in Facebook jail, Lou?
Well, I'm permanently in Facebook jail. They what they do is they allow me to talk, but I'm talking to myself. So on my own shit, I'll say something. It'll be like one person, will be like, oh, that's cool.
What you do?
You gotta change. You gotta change your shit from friends, from your only me to friends.
Lou, what the hell you
doing? Well, now, but before, when I first started 10 years ago, like it was the wild, wild west. But I was always just very honest with how I felt about the shadiness of politicians, whether they're on one side or the other. I don't care less. But they don't like that, I guess.
Oh, you spoke against Donald.
Yeah. Donald, Obama, George.
Bro, you speak
Bush,
against any politician.
I said George Clinton. Nah, he's the good one. Bill Clinton.
All of them bought and paid for. Everyone bought and paid for.
If you say something negative against LGBT, they'll get you for that.
Oh my God.
No, you know what? Honestly, for the long time, I disagree with that. If you are anti one thing or anti another, but fervent about it, they like that shit. They like conflict. But if you just like, hey, both of those things are bums, they don't like that shit. When you point to both of them and say, hey, the Republicans and the Democrats are both kind of shit, they don't like that. But if you're passionate for the Democrats or passionate for the Republicans, they like that shit.
The most trouble I ever got into on Facebook when I did.
Let them know you still brainwashed.
When I did a video about, I called it effigy and butchery. I ain't gonna use Y'all know what the F stand for. I call it F
Fun.
and butchery. And boy, look, they came at me strong, boy. They came at me strong. I was like, damn. Whew. Okay.
But you know, some people, it ain't always just Facebook. Some people be reporting your posts.
Yeah. That's what happened to this dude that just got me suspended today. I told him, all right, I'll talk to you later, trash in the trailer. And he hit my head.
Yeah, that sucks when you can't even like play games. Like I called somebody a dirty Canadian or something like that. That's a friend of mine, and they were like, "You can't say nothing for 7 days." I'm like, "This is getting ridiculous."
Yeah, they got me for. I told me and my homeboy was going back and forth, and I said, bro, if that was me, I would have killed that dude. And they said, and they banned me for 30 days and said I was instigating violence and bullying. I was like,
but you know what I find strange? Hey, listen, man. When it's
no context to that shit.
Listen,
yeah.
When that shit went on down there in Brunswick with bro,
Marcus busted us up.
You know, the people that was backing the two guys that killed Ahmaud Arbery, they went and created a whole Facebook group. And they let them say all kind of shit. I'm like, hold on, how is these folks able to talk the shit that they was talking? Man, they was saying all kind of racist shit. I'm like, you know, I had to dive off in there, and next thing you know, I'm in Facebook jail. I don't, you know, I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, this that wasn't for people looking like you.
Well, we veterans
in the wrong place at the wrong time.
But we've moved past that. We put the show on a whole different path. It's not linked to our debauchery, and we are going to make the show. We're going to try to make the show the fan show for sure. So it's not
going to be the show. I thought this ain't backstage.
No, I haven't ended it yet. I'm about to though.
Oh, shit. I thought you were ended it.
I'll have to edit this last part out. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I thought okay.
Before it goes on to the big page. But now I guess we'll go ahead and do that now. I can put you on the backstage, and I'll be right there if y'all want to chit chat a little bit more because I do have some more time.
Get out of here, man. Look here, man. I'm gonna get it out.
I gotta hit my dispatcher. They've been texting me. I just been ignoring their ass.
Okay.
Where you going, Chauncey?
Y'all want me easy, man. I'm out. Y'all next week.
Actually,
sure.
I'm actually getting paid to listen at your ass. So I got.
All right. Well, then I'll be right back on the broadcast.
Got no job talking about he got to go somewhere.
And Damon, you got any last thing to say?
Oh no, I'm Gucci, man. I'm Gucci.
Excellent. And that's the show. Like I was saying, definitely visit our sponsors. Really helps out the show moving forward. We definitely have a vision and a plan to provide high quality Hawks content from a fan's perspective. Whenever I went out there to get the real information on these series, it was always the other team's fans and shows that I had to watch. And I think it's now time that we have our own show. So this is our show, so spread it around. Let's get it going, and we're going to put in a lot of effort on our end to produce a really good show. So, with that said, everybody have a great rest of your day.